There you go. Hot Ones live. Having live Hot Ones, making the sound.
Bland.
Constant drug use. Channel feature.
Oh, it is. We're very religious on this channel. Our convictions towards our sacraments are truly memorable.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
We practice our arts quite frequently. We are that devout.
So the first part of the stream for me is going to be making dinner.
Yeah, cool. Hey, let's go. Dinner time.
I'm pretty...
Giant purple head here. Giant purple head here. Looking good, as always. As a giant purple should.
Take some Panadol.
That's it. Get the drugs going. The pharmacia ones, bro. You're hitting the pharmacia, are you?
Oh, I am unwell.
You're getting away from the naturals. You're unwell, so you need pharmacia's special guidance.
And to clarify that, just to be clear,
yeah,
I overworked myself and ran myself down.
Body of Cecilese, isn't it? You know, the special snake? Because there was a debate about the two snakes versus the one snake on the stick. Like, what is the true medicine, versus the medicine for profit?
What debate? Who was the debate?
Oh, it was, which one is the proper healing? The one that got struck dead by Zeus from healing the people, or the one that makes a little bit of a profit and, removes the most sacred gland? Who removeth due to tradition and cleanliness and my innate non-ability to masturbate. Oh, the special cream work. It was I'm doing it at night, not during the day. It's a bit of the old cream on the what's left of it. What's left of the mutilation. Non-voluntary mutilation.
So how was your non-consensual
mutilated
penis? Yeah. How was it this week after?
It responded well to the vitamin N cream, I got to say.
It did?
Like, I'm surprised.
Quietly surprised. Did it sort of get less ridged?
Gave some sensitivity back. Yeah. No, it gave back, like it took away the numbness which is normally there and gave it some sensitivity back.
Yeah, well, I think the idea...
I'm quite surprised.
Because one of the primary features
having
of
having the sheath over it is to keep it sensitive.
To keep it lubricated.
And well lubricated for, instant action rather than having to, to go through all the preparations.
Purchase.
Gels and... Yeah. Demeaned while purchasing. You know what I mean? Just has to have it.
Yeah.
Can't just, have the instant lubricant going.
Or you have to, or use something that could cause like a...
Barbaric. In this day and age, could we call it barbaric? Like, it have to be.
No, I think actually the correct word would be criminal.
Barbarisms. Yeah, barbarism.
Criminal. Right, that's like a
violation of right.
Yeah,
violation of choice of right.
Human rights.
Yeah, fucking hell.
Freedom of religion.
Exactly.
All that.
Yeah.
So...
refusal to be indoctrinated into the cult of the cutty foreskin.
So
refuse. Unless you get your Bris Shalom, you can do that. You can still join. You don't have to be cut to join the faith. You just get the Bris Shalom.
The Bris Shalom.
Because that was in the document too. It was quite, like I said, very adept, and all the citations at the end was excellent.
Oh, it's a university thesis.
Yeah. All bases were covered, I've got to say. Like, it was informative. I'm no longer angry, Si.
Oh, really?
I'm no longer an angry because I sort of get it, but I refuse to pass it on. I get the meme.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I get the meme, which was the cutting off of that thing, but I'm not going to pass it on to the next generation of my...
No, I'm going to explain why when time... I think the time is coming where it is to explain why I didn't. Because I don't think I've discussed that.
The choice.
With the youngling.
The choice behind it, yeah. Well, I mean, we can partially talk about it, as long as we don't go too overboard. So, we haven't sworn yet, which is really good. I know you're cooking and everything, but, but multitasker.
Yeah, I mean, one of the other things, like from a, it's interesting, like that whole health perspective issue, like the whole sort of, when how it just like that it was, the 19th century, sort of the non-religious reasonings, like where it was, where it was seen as like to associate the penis with pain,
curved spine and
to make sure that the penis
the medical uses that was supposedly cited.
Hurt.
That was quite funny. Yeah.
To hurt people, so it was literally to make sure you were in pain.
Well, the rite of passage, isn't it?
And then through that thing that it was, masturbation is dirty, and so that if you touch it, that's dirty. So then, 100 years later, we live in this fucking bullshit, like the lie. Sorry, I just that it was because it was it was dirty, it was unclean, but it had nothing to do with it was the act of that was unclean, like in the eyes of the faith, like masturbation or pleasure, having pleasure from sex was considered unclean. That was what was dirty.
You don't go spilling that seed without some recompense.
So
you know what I mean?
So turning that into and then that being the dirty thing, sex and pleasure being dirty, and then that turning into us being told like 100 years later that it was removed because it was made people
it discouraged that unhealthy action.
Yes, and so it was the
that's
mutation.
The way to look at it from their perspective,
But that's not what we were told. We were told that
how dare the monkey start stroking itself and give itself pleasure? Look in the wild. What are they doing? Sitting there stroking themselves all fucking day half the time.
Well, as long as they're well fed, otherwise they'll be getting food.
This is it. Otherwise you're hunting for food.
Yeah, you get food.
That is the nature of the thing. You know what I mean? Food, shelter, fuck.
But this common trope today is that it makes, like, if you have a foreskin there, that it's hard to keep clean and all this stuff. So the concept of like being the dirty and the uncleanliness actually comes from
completely unfounded these days.
Well, but what you're not getting, what I keep saying and you're not getting is that the transformation of it being a dirty act became that we were told that it was because if you didn't remove it, it would be dirty, like that. You'd get sick and so but the origin of unclean wasn't that it was some kind of like that it got, if foreskins made you sick, it like made the penis sick. It was that it was spiritual, like it was like this masturbation disease.
Yeah, God told you
sickness.
God special says, it's not Simon says, it's God says.
We are talking about an
what
era.
What does God say? I can tell you, as a giant head, I would not assume that I would know everything.
But it's worth noting, I think this was from the Victorian era, where chairs, like if you look up Victorian era chairs, 19th century chairs, they actually had
some of them
skirts.
Were commodes.
Well, they wear commodes because seeing the leg of a chair was considered arousing and like pornographic, basically. Yeah. So we put those like
the wood.
You'd see the leg of a chair and you'd think, and so
and you go, wood. Insta-wood.
Yeah, this is Queen Victoria, like where everything was like out of control level, like where literally chairs.
They must have been some Randy MF's side. You know what I mean?
That they couldn't even control themselves with a chair.
Couldn't control. Just the sight of a chair leg would send them into a masturbation frenzy.
Yeah. So in
the same, way too overexcited.
So in that same angle, from the thing of why they did that to chairs, or like that if you ate a banana once, like they were conquering the world. So once they bring back bananas with knife and fork, and still many British people to this day are culturally distorted.
They don't peel it and then eat it like everyone else does.
Like a penis.
Have to slice it, just to slice it open. To peel back the skin. If they're gonna eat dick, they're gonna chop it up into little pieces and shove it in their mouth, right?
So like this sort of perversion
that's very cannibalistic of them. As far as an icon, eat a banana with a knife and fork. Ouch, no thanks.
And that's the era. Like, and it sounds like a long time ago, but it actually isn't that long ago. And that this kind of madness was upon the world, where chairs were like seen as pornographic, and like the tablecloth hung low so that you didn't see.
I don't get it, because they went from the Greeks, where all their statues were just everyone naked, and hello, small dick energy of the Phoenician Empire. I mean,
honest,
honest,
not even small,
just straight up,
like even like
honest size,
like even sort of most folk are like that. It wasn't some gigantic.
Before you yank it out and it says, welcome. It says Wendy when it's reduced.
Well, it's not like when you watch a porn video and they've already put their penis inside like a tube and like forced it to be bigger.
Just like blowing it up. Sucked all the blood into it. Exactly.
To make it like just fully swelled up. Because if you watch carefully, if you watch carefully in like that in porn, like and you'll see a guy with a big dick. Even when you're talking about like black guys like with big dicks, right? Because even black guys have got normal sized dicks. It's just some have got big dicks. Right?
Hit with that. Hit with that machine.
And if you really watch that porn, there's a very limited selection of actors. There's not like 2,000 black male actors.
No, it's the same dudes. That's right.
Yeah,
the same dudes.
They're always asking if you have one, come and send us a link.
Please help.
Join in. But because they also get their penises swollen by the things, by those things. And then if you watch them having sex, right, what happens is
AI penis stealing. With the AIs to start stealing all these.
Well,
making their own porn.
You watch them when they go to put so they're doing that when their penis is out, or when they're having like they'll be having a blowjob section, like the early section, 5 minutes in, like 10 minutes in, and then
trying to get their mouth over the knob, sort of stuff.
Where it's very visible and it's like in comparison. But then even if it's big when it goes into the person, into the other, the receiving person.
But then it gets squished down.
It gets very small. Like it actually goes back to normal size because
well, the normal body's reaction is just to squish it down.
And it goes back to normal
size. It's going to clam it down, right?
Well, whatever it is, the butt doesn't matter. But
the orifice.
The point is that it goes back that all that blood that's been forced into it by those what do they call those things? It's like a pump tube, penis pump. So
the penis pump. Got the little bladder in there, blows the bladder up and inflates it so it goes up.
No, not like where you've had like your penis altered and you've actually got something jammed inside you.
You're talking about the other one, where it goes over it and then
they use back like
pulls
pressure.
The air out and then fill the space.
And you've got to be careful if you use them too long. You'll get
because you get stuck.
Well,
get too much blood in there and it doesn't come back out. You got to make sure you get it out, slip it out before it gets too big or too tight. Otherwise, danger Will Robinson.
Danger Will Robinson. So that's sort of fakery. And you see it like
what spawns the system, and everyone's like, oh, you got to have this, you got to have that. It just ain't nothing unless you got the hugely engorged penis from the penis pump doing its job.
Because I've watched that carefully.
Completely unnatural from its normal position or its normal girth and stance.
Yeah. So I've watched that from a natural. Like, you watch that.
Imagine what it does to the blood vessels in it.
Like, oh no, that's the problem with those penis pumps is that actually if you use it too much,
you're doing damage
you'll burst your blood vessels.
Oof, the man whose penis exploded.
No, and there's like I've listened to like sort of like there's what's her name, Holly Randall. She does like she's got a really cool YouTube channel. She talks to porn stars and things, but you get a lot of insight into the actual industry and stuff. Like it's not gross. It's like kind of interesting actually. But they'll talk about like the male stars, and people like all think that the female stars are all.
We already covered this. Yeah,
it's horrid.
And had the special surgeries and oh man, awful.
And they get paid heaps less than the women. They get paid less, not more.
Yeah, basically use the injections until it's no longer useful,
and then they
won't get it up anymore.
That's it.
And then
finished.
The penis pump, and then
and then you have the inserts. Switch out to inserts to keep it going.
Squeeze the balls to let it down. Pump the reservoir up. Man, what a life. No, but seriously.
No.
You have to resort to that.
Yeah, it's sad.
What a life. Like, I'm so glad I'm not doing it. Are you glad you're not doing it, sir? Like,
yeah, there was like...
gets to experience that. And
of course, there was that time when I was like 19, 20 or whatever, like where, I was not 18. You're like, oh yeah, wouldn't that be cool? And
get the videos going.
And you think that it would be cool. And then you realize...
No.
Actually, not cool. Really sad. Like
very, very not cool. Extremely sad. Yeah, but people do it, and whatever they choose to do is their thing.
Well, I mean, military folk, forced to take meth to, stay awake, or but there's all sorts of things in different industries. Yeah. Think if you're a model and you've got to starve yourself, like, or
get the old marching powder, good to go.
Yeah, I mean, well, think about being like a doctor. You think in your life like, oh, it'd be really cool. So this is something you think, oh yeah. It'd be cool. I want to be a doctor and stuff. And so you go and go to study, and then there's like, oh yeah, that's going to cost you like all these years. Like you have to do 5 years and then another 5 years, and then it's supposed to be 10 years, and at the end of that, you're going to have like a 250 grand debt or 500 grand debt. And after the 500 grand debt, you've also not been able to work or do anything meaningful like for the last 10 years. You've had to do free internships and stuff. The people are kind of ahead of you. And then to watch these people, I was realizing this the other day. I was like, because I think about things like about why sort of like I know other people. I know people. I have people I know.
Yeah.
And some of those people like they're off going on holidays every 6 months, or they'll go over to Asia somewhere.
Yep.
And you're like, how do they do this? How do they do this? Like I think about the job they have, and maybe they make a bit more money than me, but it's not like they earn 3 to 4 times more money than me. Like it's not like that's not real. And so I'm thinking about it, and then I go,
well, would they be racking that up on the credit card and then?
But how could they even do that?
In the year?
And this was where it dawned on me, because I was like, if I went out to try and get, I wouldn't be given that card. And then it dawned on me. Was that the
not
first,
eligible. Yeah.
No, because the first
regardless of religious status,
Because I was thinking about how do you get into the debt cycle where you'll be allowed to have debt. And I thought, because the first debt you get is free. You don't have to have anything. You don't have to be like, I've got a house and everything. No, you go to university. What do? They'll give you. Imagine if you could go to the bank, Em.
Nice big fat debt. Yeah.
Imagine if you go to the bank and you could say to the bank, hey, I got this business idea, right? I'm going to start a medical firm.
You just give me.
Can you give me $500,000?
Yeah.
And I'm going to pay you nothing for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then I'll just pay you back a little bit going on for maybe like the next 30 years. Do you reckon they'd give you the loan?
Of course they would. No, it's the debt. The debt is what makes the money.
You go to it. If I went to a bank right now and asked for $500,000 to start a business, and I won't even pay anything on the loan for 10 years.
Yeah.
They're not giving me the loan.
I just laugh at you.
Yeah, they'll laugh at you. And so I think it's a real instrument in creating the expense of our world. The person I actually had is in the room right now, who I had the first conversation with. You.
Yeah.
Oh, when I was talking about the initial debt that we get, like the student loans. And but then you didn't get a student loan.
No, I never got one.
No, nor did I.
Because I did partial TAFE, and then I just went into work and then got the experience I needed from working.
But because you didn't have that loan, you don't have that initial debt, it doesn't put you into a bracket or a situation which engages you with that mechanism. And where then you have to be like,
would you like more? Would you like more?
Well, you need more
to help. You've got to go for the more debt.
So we were screwed. Like so because and that's the only debt you get.
Would they have life that goes into debt like that? Like would they as government daddy put a little side bet on there going, oh look, if they die then we get this payout to get the money back?
Oh, like with the student loan, if you die, do you get the money back?
Yeah.
Do they get the money?
Yeah. Well, they had the student itself, automatically registered for the, in case they do die, and the insurance policy pays out for whatever they owe in the student.
I wonder. It's a good point. It's a very interesting point.
Not impossible.
No, man. Like it's quite the thing. It's quite singular. And they charge you interest and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Don't miss out.
No. But then if you think about, that's what I was saying, is if you think about that, and people complain
Nimbos
about
and Dimbos ain't cheap, Si.
They're
not cheap.
But why does a psychiatrist or something have to charge, $300 an hour or $500 an hour? Well, they had to become a GP to start with. So they had to go through do medical, and then they had to specialize, and then they would have had to. So they've done probably like 10 to 15 years. They could be like up to $700,000 in debt, and that far behind the game,
and have to get that the payout to rack it back in and pay it out. Yeah. Forced to work. Indebted servitude. Yeah. Isn't that the one?
It is.
Indebted servitude.
So when you think about a psych, like those bastards or that doctor, and they're charging that so much money, it's actually like they have no choice. Because if you're a doctor and you're they've
got to make that money.
Just charge them $50 an hour, like where I get.
You're not what's his name? Asclepius or whatever it is. Asclepius. You're not like Asclepius.
Who's that?
All right. A special healer in the way back times.
Do tell. I want to learn about
the original owner. I should pull up a reference so that I've got some ammunition.
Yeah.
We'll do. Are you happy with Wiki? Like if I just pull up Wiki of Asclepius?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to go deep into
there was
Wiki,
a debate. Yeah.
Well, if you want to go into the deep of Wiki, and people are like, well, it's not real, then you just go to, there's another section of that. You have to log in, but then you can see all the edits on the page, and there's actually behind the information is all of the
scenes, all the
people fighting about the data. So that's all there.
True and what's not. Yeah.
Well, what enough people are willing to fight over? Let's not talk about true and not true.
Asclepius, Greco-Roman god of medicine, son of Apollo, god of healing, truth, and prophecy, and the mortal princess Cronius. The centaur Chiron taught him the art of healing.
The centaur
at length
taught.
Zeus. Yes.
The centaur taught healing.
Centaur Chiron. Yeah, that's it. Taught healing to Asclepius. At length Zeus, the king of the gods, was afraid that Asclepius might render all men immortal and slew him with a thunderbolt.
So because he had started learning about healing humans.
Yeah, and he was the owner of the snake with the one stick because he was almost made all the humans immortal. So Zeus was, no, hang on, zap, enough of that.
How interesting.
So don't try and wish anyone to be immortal, Si. Everyone's got to die. It's part of the game.
So if we figure that out, we start to create,
well, if you do learn how to be immortal, you'd be real quiet about it. You don't say shit. Right. Otherwise, Zeus is going to get you.
The wrath.
The wrath of the zippity zap from the heavens above, brother. If you're not careful.
He's got
that special, the double. Was it what did it look like? The double pitchforks.
And
pitchfork on both ends.
I find the centaur story very interesting because the centaur is half human.
The teaching of the medicine
is half human, half horse.
A healer or slash,
is that
some sort of doctor or physician?
Is that where first of all, before we cutting up humans, we were cutting up animals, and we sort of saw the same thing between the human and the animal, and so we learned about the healing of humans through the healing of animals, and then it sort of blended into this concept of being.
Well, maybe the humans and the animals were originally centaur type things, and it wasn't until Zeus threw another lightning bolt down and separated them, and they became the animals and the humans. The zapping cut the animal in half, took off the animal bit, and then created the front end for the animal, and then made the human out of the other half. That's why
we lost our animal nature. The animal. It's probably like an allegory or whatever, one of those things.
Yeah. The earliest version of the human centipede, Si. The original human centipede, which was then, severed by the wrath of Zeus, seeing this centaur running around. No, I was going to make you human, and then every now and again you get a little byproduct of the half human, half horse feet, which is, the common demon.
A little bit of a tail comes out.
Oh yeah. Don't forget the goat leggings, always. So yes, a little bit of learnings on the Greco-Roman. Thought it was quite interesting, and then the fact of the new modern day caduceus, which was more the winged man. Was it winged sandals man? Everyone's favourite messenger.
So how does the one snake on a stick turn into the two snakes on a stick and equal profit?
I think it's double the profit. Charge a reasonable price the first time around for immortality, but if you're going to do it this time, double the profit to live forever. It's at great cost.
Is that why one snake became two snakes?
Yeah, because you got to double the profit every time. No, it was more to do with trade.
So it's medicine and then trade.
It became medicine trade, so the trading of medicine. Everyone wins.
Well, sounds like a win.
And that's the game of pharmacia. The true game of pharmacia. Will you take my special tabs?
Well, and if you don't take the tablet...
They've got a little bit of me in them. Add it into the tablet.
You get the hose again, don't you?
The personalised touch.
If you don't take the tablet...
Yeah, we all know what happened.
Unacceptable.
You'll be thrown into the slammer quicker than a English rioter.
Oh, look, that... Actually...
You got news from that front? Have you got friends that are there? Because you're more super connected than me, Si.
Look, I actually do have friends who are there,
yeah.
but I haven't asked them. No, I was round at a client's place this week, and they had the news on. They had the television on, and I saw and I was like, "What's all this about?" And then
they still get a little bit in a memey way.
And they were they started saying this weird stuff, and they didn't really. Oh, it's just horrible. And I was probably, but why are they right? What is the reason? And then they were being a bit evasive. I don't think they really knew, because I think that wasn't very interesting. Well, they just were like, it's just.
Well, you couldn't find much information when you went to the websites that were blocked for certain people in the country. You couldn't get to it, unavailable.
Here was what look. So I know very little.
The main, the main sources.
It seemed to be about some immigrants being in a hotel, and there seemed to be something that aggravated a bunch of like tracksuit wearing chavs
to wear their ninja outfit. They'd like to get ninja,
more likely.
Meningi.
I didn't see no ninja, but I saw some serious chav action, man.
Ninja cockle, did you?
There were chavs like everywhere,
Chabbing out.
And
well, it's Ollie Boy Summer, isn't it?
So it was on some kind of international news thing. It was some British news. I guess the main British news is BBC, I guess. So I don't know, News of the World or whatever. That these people had on.
Usual propaganda, mechanism, correct?
So here was the funny thing. Whoa, looks like I'm back in the room. Here was the thing that was particularly trippy. Jeez. So the British news reporter, the anchors, the anchors were there, and
hang on,
and the anchors.
Had to mute for that one.
The anchors were like all kind of like, oh, this is so serious, terrible thing, blah blah blah. And then after they finished the 3 or 4 news stories that were about riots in UK, they then went to a riot in Bangladesh.
Oh, nice. They like using bamboo. It's the best source of the beatings.
When they came back to the anchors, I think it was Bangladesh, and the anchors were all smiling and happy.
Of course.
It was like it was.
They're either doped up to their eyeballs or it's the duper's delight, laughing at look at the poor people.
So their own riots were like, a bit of a matter. The riots overseas were a laughing matter.
Oh, of course. Yeah. It's better them than us.
And they left that
better them than us.
And they left that until the end. And then they went to the weather guy. So it's like, riots are funny. Let's go some weather.
Yeah. That's it. Let's lighten up on the subject before the phone calls start to the studio.
And the person who was sitting with me, they were like, oh, this is outrageous and blah, 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 these British riots and everything. And it was only an assumption, of course.
There's only certain reasons people do this shit. So
usually because it's
frustration. Yeah, or propagandized. Exactly. Delivery of the message. Get them rattled, booty shaken. Sell 1 million.
Well,
that's what it seems like.
It's nationalism. It's about
shake that booty for your nation.
It's about promoting nationalism, and it's a risky thing because nationalism has certain effects. But we need to. No, the whole game at the moment.
It can be good or bad connotations depending on which nation you are. Being nationalistic and trying to defend your borders versus.
No, we're totally on a global level at the moment. The script is to promote nationalism.
Yeah.
Because nationalism.
Get the party started. Get it on. Get a move on. Get them Snoop Dogg cookies and Cookie Monster specials going.
Well, the reason why you want to. No, it's part of the UN. It's part of our global sort of decision. So the value of nationalism is
we the people. We the globe
voted it.
Yeah.
So the global decision is nationalism because through nationalism you can sell. It's easy to sell the cost of locally produced goods.
Yeah.
And to stop and
it does
global
help
distribution.
Does help the country. Yeah.
Well, it's part of Agenda 2030.
Decrease the amount of fuel used to move food source from one place to another. And I get that. That makes sense. Come on.
So there's a good
goal. How much money can you make on
so the rights
dragging fucking fruit from one side of the planet to the other just to save a few cents? What the fuck?
Because you don't, not really. At the end of the day.
No, I know.
It's
and in different countries, obviously, the rates that are required to seed and harvest and do all the other shit that's involved with fruit and vegetables, which is probably a lot. And then on top of that, taking care of animals and making sure they're done the right way. They got their corona shots. They don't get double corona meat. Nothing like that.
No, and we'll accept that through nationalism, but we won't accept it through being told the truth.
No.
Sorry, your food's going to go up 3 times.
The truth hurts so much more.
Because
you'll press the exit button if you know the truth.
Then they'll really start writing.
Here's our version of what the truth is, and accept it, please. Otherwise, here's a big stick.
So all those riots, that's kind of not planned, but expected.
Well, it plays into it. It plays into it. It achieves the right, visibility about this particular issue, which needs to be stamped out thoroughly. And if that happens again, throw everybody in prison. It doesn't matter. Empty the prisons right now and throw everybody else in there.
Turn your country into
Just put the big fences up, surround, the old-fashioned castle days.
What people don't realise about immigration laws is not about keeping people out. They're about keeping people
in without them moving around too much. It's become too fluid. The whole worldwide scenario has become too fluid. Everyone can move around too much. Let's go back to them old days where you've got to take 12 months to get from one side of the world to the other, or even 80 days in the old balloon tech.
Unless you're really rich and then you accept it, then you get to pay.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
great journeys on elephants and stuff. Amazing adventures, worth writing home to mum about every time.
The only problem with nationalism, using nationalism to change the global economic situation for the future and make the planet more sustainable, is that the dumbass population will really lead into it.
Plebs. We're talking about plebs now, right?
Because, they're just following the script now. They don't have a rational thought in their brain.
Well, Hypnotoad. Good old Hypnotoad sitting in front of them day in, day out. So, of course, they don't know anything better than fucking Hypnotoad.
And so it'll probably go a little far. And people are going to die and all that kind of stuff. But not many. Enough.
To be expected. Peace is war, war is peace.
What blows my mind is when you talk to people like this, they can't grok that we would kill people intentionally.
What are you talking about?
Well, people just don't get that. People just like, no, but we wouldn't have policies that meant people would die. I'm like, what are you talking about? Of course we would.
Yeah, well, we got euthanasia policies, haven't we? Australia's got euthanasia policies.
But beyond that, literally, we're going to kill millions.
Exit, you can go, hey, look, injector set.
We'll kill 250,000 chickens.
Pass away on your massive overdose or whatever your choice of exit material is. We're killing millions of chickens. What was that, Si?
Well, there was a person
because I do like my hormone, enhanced chicken.
There was a person quite a while ago in my story who got all like veganistic, and was like, the things we do to chickens and keeping them in these...
Eat their eggs, that's right.
Well, keeping them in like horrid situations.
No,
we need to save the chickens. And I said,
I do believe in that. Like, I do believe in letting them go free. But
why would we save
what you got to do is create a caged area in that freedom zone, and their little, obviously their little hen house they like to come back to or lay in or whatever.
Why would humans save chickens when we do worse to humans?
But before we started putting them into little hen houses, what were they doing in the wild? Just what every other fucker wanted.
What do humans do to humans?
Around, find a place. Humans, bonked each other on the head when you came into my little space where I.
They're worried about humans. They're worried about chickens having free range. How many humans have free range? Or are kept in fucking tiny cubes every goddamn day?
Cubes inside cubes. We know the iteration side. That's the part of living in a city. And as a city gets bigger, the iteration just gets bigger. But it's the same crap, but just a different version of it.
You can live in a country town. Most people aren't going outside. They're still just sitting there watching the TV.
Yeah, stuck.
But
screen stuckedness.
You've got towers of
There's no more conversation.
They don't even bother to have... They actually, like you can go to places where they scrap. They don't even have proper kitchens. You've just got like a little hot plate in the microwave because you're expected to go out to eat in the, and pay fucking at the cafe.
Pretty much. Yeah. Well, the microwave and the hot plate's just to heat a kettle or heat a pot. Single serving life. Because in those little, fucking whatever they are.
All you need is a bed to take someone home to
ship places. You know what I mean? Like, rack and stack, rack and pack.
So if we rack and stack humans, why are we going to give chickens free range? Why would you give chickens a better life than humans?
So true. So should we start rack and stacking them with the humans? Like have a chicken module to every house.
Well, that sounds good.
Like the unit just has a chicken module. When the chicken, lays an egg, which, gets fertilized by the localized rooster and creates another chicken, it goes through its lifespan and then you can eat it at the end. And, you got to go through the whole joy of being a carnivore by, taking its life, saying the prayers and then chopping the fuck up.
So we build tower blocks with integrated tower blocks for chickens and other animals.
That's it. Yeah.
I like that. I'm seeing it.
The bovine upgrade block plugs in. Humanely, of course.
You got a lot of traffic on the network tonight, just letting you know.
Have I?
Yeah, heaps.
I'd be the boys playing games. Yep. The usuals. What the snapping?
Yeah, your receive. Like my send to you is like so low, but my receive from you is like monster.
It's vlogging. The fuck? Look at the back.
Fuck, I love a pizza.
0.3. No, it's 6.5 meg on my side. But yes, a lot of traffic. What the fuck that is? Encyclopedia Britannica doing fucking a hack on. There we go. Turned off the page and it just went. Gone back to. Sorry.
Was it Wikipedia?
Yeah. No.
Browser.
Britannica. Yeah. Special friend. Hello. Thanks for using my NVIDIA while I was on your website to do a bit of bit mining.
There's a lot of that going on.
Got to be careful about which web pages.
Like I was trying to work out, how do we implement some of these requirements for 2030? And then you just see it roll out. Like nationalism is one of them. Wars are another one of them.
Turn into a localized games event where there's death. Make
just killing off chickens and stuff like that.
Lottery.
So there's less eggs, and so the price goes up. Like I watched myself like attempting to just be stay at the $5.70 eggs for so long, and now I've just accepted being the $7.50 egg guy.
No, bam,
just accepted.
It's not quantity, it's quality.
Well, it's actually just access to eggs.
Yeah, good decent eggs.
Well, I think just eggs.
Ones with good orangeness in the middle, that orange yolk, deep orange.
I'd have to pay $12.50 for those guys.
Not quite a little baby chicken, but just
Sorry, green approaches, my friend.
Your chicken just gets out in the your little makeshift garden and plucks all the worms and bugs which no longer exist. Where did all the worms and bugs go?
You can find them. Like they are around.
A lot less from the being from the 80s and 90s, and from then on we've noticed a definite reduction. Like each season, like the flies have been less, the mosquitoes less.
That was cool. That little video you sent me of the anime. It was just a joke. Local.
Yeah, of course.
The chickens. No, not the chickens. I was just stuck on chickens. The fly killing machine.
Oh, yeah. Total. Just bullshit. But no, very good, very clever. Yeah, clever. Like I said, I tried what I think you'd find amusing rather than the normal plethora. I mean, because I'm not in charge of doing the backgrounds no more, which is good. It allows me just to enjoy myself rather than worrying about what's coming up next.
I don't worry about what's coming up next either. I pay no attention.
I mean, but I just what I was grabbing for the picture for the back while we're ranting and ravings.
No, you're missing the point. I've just got it on automatic. I've just selected the entire folder and I just have it on automatic.
I've done the slideshow.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything.
Nice. I should have just done that from the start.
I know, right?
There you go. See, learn something new every day. So
it's at 600,000 milliseconds, which is 10 minutes, by the way.
Yeah. Nice. the slow scroll. And like I said, I've been generating some more, so there'll be a folder.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing is, of course, is
AI friends.
It's random, but I don't know the it randomizes.
For it.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't remember the last time it was used. I don't think so.
It starts from the beginning again, and then just does random again.
Beginning of I don't know, random what? So there is a potential for like the same to be.
Because it works with the cut up, like when you do the shorts, the shorts and the features or whatever. Then like there was some good ones last week. I don't know why we didn't get too many strikes. Like the Assume seems to be getting some good strikes from the crap that I'm picking for the the clickbait.
Oh, do you mean strikes? What do you mean by strikes? Are you meaning strikes?
Well, I mean hits, because
hits.
Not at all. No, just hits. Strikes as far as the 400. Views. 200, 400 views.
Well, how long have we been consistently putting out Assume news consistently?
It would have been after we started doing the Cheep. It was probably it was a little while into it. I think we were doing the Cheep a bit longer and getting that organised, and we're doing the.
Oh yeah, but I haven't been posting content I made both the channels on YouTube, Assume and Real Talk, at the same time, and the same day I made them both. But since they were both created, Assumed has had consistent content, same days, same time. This is the only week I haven't put shorts up.
Try to keep them consistent. That's right.
Well, that's why. That's all. And also we got more hashing.
Maybe if you did change the scheduling, but I think it's fine because what you're getting out of the harvest of the chit chats. Like there's a bounty in pretty much everyone we've done so far that goes over 3 hours. Bounty plus.
On what?
Of the cheapenings. Of the cheapenings, just the general chit chat, crazy out there idea.
Oh, you mean that there's the content for me to to cut up?
Yeah. To get the the access to the golden nuggets.
You mean on Twitch or on YouTube? Oh, you mean within our own stream?
Well, it depends on whichever platform you're dumping it.
Yeah. Look, I think it's the content type. Like,
because we're doing a rando chat, sort of, trying to keep it coherent as far as the.
Well, from the shorts and that doesn't make any difference because I mean, a short or a highlight is a feature is coherent within itself. Like that's not incoherent, so no one really knows. But we haven't had like Assumed news have like warnings from YouTube telling us that we've done 18 plus content, or where I made the wrong title of something and I put the word fuck in or something in the title, and then I misunderstood what YouTube was trying to say, and then so there's been a lack of consistent content, like really, like from if you, like let's say I made them both at the same time. Well, Assumed has had let's just say 3 months. It's had 3 months of consistent content, where Real Talk is Cheap has had 3 weeks.
Because you've obviously got so much time you got to spend overall in editing and uploading sort of thing.
Well, I've been through a lot of things with Real Talk is Cheap. It's I can't edit things that are 5-6 hours long. It's too much work. Like
no. So is there a solution in splitting that up maybe, or
no? The solution is that we have 3 hours streams.
Leave it as a whole thing. Yeah, leave it as a whole thing.
When I have personal energy, I will go and look at some of the ones that I haven't edited and I'll chop them up. But I don't. I mean, like the last weeks while I've been in control, the stream doesn't go for 5 hours. I just terminated at 3 hours.
From the outset, the only thing that we're expending right now is our own time. So
but I mean,
when you can do it, there's no pressure.
But that's the difference. The difference is that Assumed News has had consistent uploads and a consistent schedule for like 4 months or even longer. It's actually freaking even longer. And Real Talk is Cheap has not. And so if I can continuously upload each week,
because you created it and then we only just started moving the front end for it, which is a new site. That Real Talk is Cheap.
I actually created Real Talk is Cheap and Assumed News at the same time. The two YouTube channels were the same day, within hours of each other.
Yeah.
But I did not upload any. I don't know why it's like I have not uploaded shorts and things to Real Talk is Cheap every week, and so that's only been consistent.
You obviously haven't had time in doing other things, which is your personal life.
So. Yeah, but also I think I've just been getting better at editing it, and like so I'd get through like half the job done and then not finish it because it was just too overwhelming.
I mean, it's easy for me with the Cheap because all I'm doing is creating this in clips and then clipping them together and then giving you the package, and you're just pushing out that through the filter that you created with the DaVinci. And because it's always pretty much the same length, there's only minimal change in how long the actual stories go.
Dude, it's the difference between editing 5 minutes. 5-6 minutes of content to 5 hours. It's very simple. It's not rocket science, bro. And I don't have to listen to Assume News. All I do is look at the beginning and end, crop them, chop the front and the end to get rid of the silence or the whatever. Like I'm literally.
And I imagine that's what real news would be like. So it'd be so robotic, wouldn't it? Get
the
package from the
if you compute
affiliate and then chop the package up and localize it.
How long is the full Assume News? 10 minutes, 7 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes.
Randomly about 9 to 10.
Okay, 9 minutes, 9 10 minutes. Well, I mean, 10 minutes. That's like a 10 minutes. That's
with
a minute
with the crosses. That's me adding the intro plus the.
Because I don't even have them.
News plus the cross. No, well I add them. I give them to you in the folder, but you don't use them as the.
Not for highlights.
I end up doing the build.
So it takes me 30 minutes to do 6 minutes of Assume News.
Yeah.
Right. So let's say 6 minutes to 10 minutes. So we'll say 10 minutes takes me 30 minutes because it doesn't mean difference. So 10 minutes. So then if you take that and you go 6 times that is 1 hour of Real Talk is Cheap, right? So now that's 30 minutes is now 3 hours of editing. And then you take that by 3 and that's 9 hours. And then you make a 5-hour episode of Real Talk is Cheap and now it's 15 hours of my life. Well, I need a whole day. I need
Can we
2
sub
or
this
3
out to
days.
someone in the Philippines to do the?
No, we just have 3 hours.
I
We just do 3 hour. Like it's 3 hours, and I can edit it, and I can get it done.
Yeah, tops. Yeah, done.
So it's not hard. It's simple, and that's what I've been doing, and that's why I've been able to start uploading consistently because I'm just not getting overwhelmed by too much content. Also, and this is much minor, but it's just maths, man. It's nothing fancy. There's no weird reason.
No, the more time you have to deal with, the time it's going to take to deal with. Right?
Yeah, but it takes 10 minutes of assumed is 30 minutes of my time. It's 3 times as long. So a 5-hour stream takes me 15 hours. I can't do it. Like it's like
you're only one man. You're only one side.
Yeah, I mean,
if you could have 2 sides, would you sub some work out if you had a sub brain? Throw that off to it?
Well, I think it would get bored.
Would you offer the other piece, like doing your menial task?
I think both of us would fall asleep.
Yeah, probably.
It's just too long.
You generate some sort of harmonic sequence of the boredom from the other, the beta character, and then you'd end up getting, fall asleep yourself.
So this is interesting. So Hyper, since we're just talking shop, Hyper is in 1 hour.
Shop talk.
Will be longer than an hour, but is only uploaded.
Yeah.
Is set 607K and downloaded 400K. That's totally reasonable.
Okay. Yeah. As far as a avatar control, that is very reasonable.
So it seems like you've stopped dropping so much. I think your latency's adjusted.
Yeah, good. Shop talk did it. Doing some shop talk actually did it. It pulled it all back into line. The AI is happy. The AI has been appeased. So
I wonder how you can reset it.
I'm just waiting for my Bitcoin blessing to come through.
A noble. I don't think it's possible. Once it gets used to some latency, it just holds that latency. It doesn't try and it never seems to go down.
Change it.
It goes up. Or it goes down a little bit.
Like it would probably depend on how much audio it's trying to process, both yours and mine. The bit rate's been a bit choppy on the stream manager.
Yeah, I can't see
up
that.
and down. Yeah. Purple head. You get that if you squeeze too hard. You get a purple head.
So yeah, you've been really sex focused. I've noticed you've been really tripping. So when was the last time you were?
Since the last time.
When was the last time you've had sex?
Last time I had some beef stroking off.
No, I mean you could have had that this morning. I mean, stroking your own cock is
love yourself before you love another.
So when was the last time you used someone else's body for your own sexual gratification?
Since the split.
When was that? That's like 2 years now. 2.5. 2 years. 1.5.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Was it last year?
I can easily just drop back into monk mode. Like that's one of the kind of people I am. Like it's not like it's a big issue.
It's got no. You have been.
I mean, I get hugs and stuff. So but, and often clients do touch me up, which something learning. But depending on
you got to extract value from those moments.
Level of attractiveness, and there is a smile and a little wink going on. So it's not as if there aren't options, but yeah.
But I mean,
monk, not an incel. I got to say that. Just get it out there.
But the last monk, you have like
monk mode.
Monk aside.
Yeah.
You have been sexualizing things more. Like last stream, there's actually a bunch of things that
maybe it's just my Facebook feed. Like because my Facebook feed is just a plethora of porn. Like it's just it might as well just be called fuckbook. Same with X. X is just beer porn. It's just full on people blowing up and shit. So it's one or the other. It's sexy anime characters showing me their bits, or it's fucking dudes exploding in the battlefield.
So
with drone footage, all the best stuff, bro. Hope your drone stocks are going up. Maybe
they do tend to go up. Yes. Yeah, I saw a video actually the other day of FPV, so first person video. So someone looking through the drone as they flew it into a Russian attack helicopter. And just took out the rear rotor and just tanked the freaking helicopter. $1,000 takes out $16 million.
Yeah. Cool. It's the ultimate. It's the ultimate cost saving device. Delivery anywhere. Within your RF/mobile range.
Which is enough, because if you've got someone invading your territory, then they're coming into your space. You don't need to fight.
That's it. You don't need to worry about defending it. That's right. So you just send the minimalist thing up there to do the minimalist amount of, damage to the thing, which allows it to stop operating and come down.
The thing I don't understand with that, though, is so I know people who have licenses to fly drones like on a commercial rate and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I say that
not many people actually aggressively fight. Like there's no drone fights where the two vehicles have got little knives and sharp things on them to injure and attack each other's drones, is there? Maybe we should start.
No, but you know how you're saying within the radio range.
Drone fights.
No, but you're saying in the radio range, right? So within the range of so it has to be within whatever, a kilometer or 500 meters.
The network, whatever.
However, even the most like DJI or whatever, those sort of drones, they've got software.
All the special artwork. Yeah, I know, and it's intricate, and everything has to be just right to make it work.
Yeah, but they're all GPS.
Like synchronization stuff.
Yeah, but you can make.
Well, they act like pixels in their positioning.
I'm not talking about the artwork.
That's the whole thing about it. Yeah.
You can set up a GPS route, and you can tell it to like rotate or do whatever. And so, sure, if you're trying to take out an attack helicopter,
do whatever.
That's one thing. But if you wanted to have a drone fly to the maximum of its energy range, so where its battery dies.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is further than radio. Then you could just set up a GPS path.
Yeah. For
it to fly in.
To return,
To not return.
Return back to base.
No, not to return.
Land and
to bomb.
Oh, just find
not find.
land-based unfriendly.
Not find. Just tell it to go to point A and blow up.
Yeah.
Right. So you can GPS.
So you don't do any damage to the civilian property.
I don't care about that. Like whatever. Who cares?
The bits go flying. Yeah.
Like so, the thing about all I'm saying is radio range is not the limit. I don't know why they're not doing like longer range, like say 4 or 5 kilometer missions. Into Russian bases with like 10, 20 drones.
Little solar panels on top.
Booze. Just flying in. This is like what about little tiny ones, like ones that can just go a K or two?
Go to here to here. And if you ain't got the technology to be microwaving those motherfuckers out of the sky, then too bad for you.
Because if you've got an FPV one, that is $1,000 plus. But you can get little $100, $200 ones. We'll just strap a bit of weaponry to it.
Cheapest chips, mate.
GPS program them, and then they're just
bit of the good old C4 on there. Oh, crack it up.
And then just and I don't know why Russia isn't doing it. Why send in a 16? If you are having $16 million helicopters being taken out by $1,000 drone, why aren't you sending a $1,000 drone yourself?
Send in the little. That's right.
Well, I mean, I know why. So
Well, aren't they getting them? Like, aren't they getting that on their side? Like, they're getting special shipments from their friends, and that's why that other country which is aligned with them, everyone's getting angry again.
Can't Russia
what's that song? Flock of seagulls. Iran. What's it? Oh, Iran, so far away.
Oh. I don't think Iran's sending Russia. Do you think Iran is like a Russian supplier?
I don't know. There's all sorts of propaganda going on. So it's hard to know what the truth is.
Well, you just don't.
Like even in the memes, like the memes is just they're putting out all kinds of weird scenarios, which sometimes is a bit of a worry.
Couldn't China just send hundreds of thousands of drones to Russia? I mean,
could just ship them straight there.
Just over the border.
Bang, there you go. Little favour. Do a favour. Here, you have these.
Yeah.
You have this special
Stop
new
wasting
robotic
$16 million helicopters.
killing machine technology that you can hook up to your Skynet. Just get this party going, get it on, get a move on.
You could have them. When you're talking about them being in formation, to do pictures and stuff. You could have them flying in these giant. Imagine like you could just do DickNballs and just fly an entire formation of DickNballs in.
That's it. In there and just go hard. Yeah. Just put it right up there.
Just going straight to Kiev or wherever, just like whatever, into a Russian base if you're on the other side, and just DickNballs just flies through the sky.
And then where the destruction zone is just like a big stamp of DickNballs on the landscape.
Yeah. Just
everything's been pummeled. Yeah, I get you, bro. Like it's fully, it's art. It's art and it's war all at once.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
So you could just have like giant DickNballs like all on the Russian side, just painted on the ground.
Yep, they can be sending the bums over, and they do the bum stamp, and then we do the DickNball stamp.
As
retaliation. The big butthole gets blown out of some other country, and then the DickNballs comes back.
I mean, Putin's not into gays.
Special art for artwork, art for art's sake.
So you could do that. You could actually have like
very anti.
You could have the button DickNballs go. That would be hilarious.
I think it's something to do with that.
Imagine like what's that?
Whatever. I think it's another one of those belief things.
A nearby Russian city, whatever's close, and then you just butt with DickNballs, and then Putin's just fuming, just exploding.
It's artwork. You could write it off as artwork, and then maybe say it was like disposable art.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, it was a gift. Write it off as a gift.
Yeah,
we're
not trying to hurt you. It's just as the artwork.
We're not trying to hurt you. We just want to make some artwork on you. It's like a modern day version of the crop circle. It's like a little bit more violent version of the crop circle. You know what I mean? We stamp our impressions upon the
I want to see it. I want to see a squadron of like 100 drones flying in DickNball formation of the butt, and the butt comes in first.
They think it's like invasion of the body snatchers all over again.
And this DickNball just flies in.
The landscape totally tattooed with these ginormous exploded areas of Dick&Balls. And viewable from Google Earth. And
it's space.
Just so you can get the trophy from the Google Earth.
You get the space base.
And depending on how you project and you drop them, like you can make a whole little cartoon series going on with the landscape.
Oh, like how you can do the thing where you like spin a circle and you've got a bunch of pictures and it animates? You could do like a time lapse of that and just blow up like a whole like ring around Earth. And then you could have a DickNballs and a butt like just going in and out, animated, and you just time lapse that from space.
That's
as the Earth turns.
Have a satellite looking at it.
Just
geostationary satellite, creating a worldwide giant rotoscope of a DickNballs, slowly fucking an ass from outer space.
From outer space.
Perfect, son. Perfect. Yeah, that's it.
The ultimate animation.
Figure out the whole pattern. Put it into the quantum computers and let's figure it out. I'm sure we'll get an answer. and the other side will just burst into laughter when they hear the request.
We're going to have a global. It would bring the world together.
Who the fuck's asking those kinds of questions? And can we put them on when they eventually cross over to the other side?
That's a Unity
Can we put them on? Like they're automatically got gold stars and ticks for that one.
I mean, what countries wouldn't agree to having the giant DickNballs animation?
It'd be unifying.
It would be unifying.
We would predict, and not just predict. We would prove once and for all the Earth was a globe because we could make a moving DickNballs.
The flat earthers would be outraged.
Get fucked. They would. They would instantly. It'd be all over.
Yeah.
Like We can't come back from that.
No.
You guys.
Once you've shown them the dick and balls.
We should do the same thing on the moon, so we can have like the combination of both happening. We'd never put a dick and balls on the sun. Like, that's not possible. But if we did the rotoscoping, cameras looking at the moon, cameras looking at the Earth,
you could. But what you could do,
get both of them, and you create like a stereo optic thing where you could go into it in virtual reality, and one eye and the other eye just getting dick and balled.
You could do it around the sun. What you'd do is you'd put masks up. You'd put up basically giant metal masks of the dick and balls. So you'd block the sun out in the shape of a dick and ball.
Some sort of
and it would cast a shadow down on the Earth.
Yeah. You drop the big blocks on it. Yeah.
So you just have
make it.
Well, they just have to be in orbit,
like
wouldn't they?
Pixel art. No, well, you could do pixel art. You could drop it into the sun, and it would slowly melt. That'd be cool. What an effect!
What would last?
Well, that's it. Mercury's like bubbly on one side and solid on the other, isn't it?
Something like that. I mean, the sun isn't that hot.
Pretty fucking hot to be that close.
I think the atmosphere of the sun is very hot.
You'd want to move fast, being Mercury, being that close. You're almost like cooking your ass, wouldn't it? Like the part that's facing towards would be his butt. It wouldn't be his face looking at the sun, would it? It'd be your butt. Your butt would be like red as fuck. You'd be like the red-butted baboon. And trying to run away from it.
So it'd be sort of more, we'd be looking down the shaft.
Your slow decay. Your slow decay towards it.
Falling into the butt.
Or are they coming out of the sun? This is the other debate. Okay. Like the crazy, that all the planets are actually sun and ejection. Coronal mass ejections with particulate creates the planet.
What?
It has that whole starseed going on. Like, talk about starseed. I think that's where we're going when it comes to that. The planets are out of birthed. The sun, the great mother. The Earth is just one of the children of the mother.
Interesting.
It blew me away when I first heard it. I was like, hang on, just a small silence.
Yeah, I mean, I value the emergence of citizen science, and if we look across history, it's fair to say that most scientific ideas and theories were not real and just proven to be wrong.
No, initially, they were purely speculation.
So for the flat earthers to start at these bizarre places, it seems reasonable, to be honest. Yeah. Because they can't go with what's already accepted, because that wouldn't be good science. They should do their own experiments.
It would make no sense.
They do their own experiments. Now, a lot of them don't do any
always
experiments.
Do your own experiments.
Well, most of them I don't think do.
I experiment on myself sometimes.
Yeah, I use my eyes and look out.
True
and
scientists. True
scientists.
And the brine. You can't do nothing without the brine. So if you haven't got the brine working, it's just.
I got to say, all of the brines I've known in my life haven't worked at all.
Yeah,
it's a bit of a feature of brines.
They've been smart enough to actually. Do
you think brine was
know
smart?
How to play the system? Well, play the system.
Not actually,
you know
smart,
what I mean?
But smart enough.
Yeah. Find the right woman that wants to have children with you. Inseminate. She takes off. You do the thing. You got the brine. Brian, you got the kids. Take care of the kids, Brian. It's hard when you a Brian. I'm glad I'm not a Brian. I got a brain. I thought they said train, so I said a slow one.
I've managed to avoid brines in my life for a while now, actually. I got a bad taste with it, to be honest.
He's not the Messiah.
No, he's actually just a very naughty boy.
Very naughty.
Very naughty boy.
Very naughty boy.
I slept in the same room as Brian for, what was that, 6 months? I don't even know. I can't tell you.
Man, he sat on the side of my bed and it left a mark.
It would.
That was like the time that I had to turn the mattress over. I was just disgraced.
His cheeks.
How dare there be a mark there?
Through his continuous... He wore jeans shorts, didn't he? Always wore jeans shorts.
I know. I was coming through the jean shorts. Massive amount of sweatings. The juice. Brine juice.
The juice. Yeah, that's beyond sweat. That's juice.
Brine juice.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, son. Yeah, that plays on. Winter, summer, didn't matter. The jacket just sweating.
Oh, so foul.
Imagine how much juice was in that jacket. Is that when they, on those shows, TV shows and stuff, where they have the people's, what they wore during performances and whatever, it has like a spiritual value because of the amount of energy and love that was given towards the artist while they were wearing the outfit. You know what I mean? Like when Kylie's fucking swim.
It's real.
Dude, the Japanese dude that brought fucking Kylie's gold fucking bikini or whatever and puts it on and dances around with it. I mean, does he get mega energy from it?
Oh, I reckon he gets.
Or does he get girls to put it on and then gets the gold outfit going?
No, you'd have the indirect kiss, but you'd have the indirect vagina juice against
he'd be brewing tea. He'd be putting it down and putting the hot water through it just to get the
you could do that
sweatiness out.
But no, if you wore Kylie's bikini, then you'd have it like indirect.
It would.
Yeah, her vagina would be next to your penis. Yeah,
and indirect intercourse.
That's it. Frotting
it. See, that's
frottage.
The clothes sin. The clothes are sin side. We've discussed this many times.
The
clothes are sin.
I think that was the first anime I tried to make you watch when you returned, wasn't it? Kill La Kill.
Kill La Kill. Absolutely, bro. Brilliant.
The clothes.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Absolute sin. Absolutely.
Clothes are.
Covering, But, I'm naked. Oh, whatever. Okay, you're naked. Get over it.
Nudist beach.
Proud, loud.
Proud.
That's why the guy had no shadow. He actually didn't have a shadow because of the light that shined from his greatness.
His being just was a radiant.
If you look down, everybody else had shadow. Everyone else had the double shadow, one from the sun, one from him. He had no shadow.
No.
He outshone the sun.
Yeah.
His nakedness.
That nakedness is that luminescent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can be said?
It's the true light. It's like the final form.
It is. It's the final form.
The final form. You know. Get back to the birthday suit side.
The birthday suit, the dream of the suit.
Been doing a lot of work, working on the old knob and stuff. Just trying to regain that energy, my youthful energies.
Noblesque.
That's it.
Noblesque.
Yeah. The noblesque.
I did it a couple of days. I did put the cream on. I put my cream on a couple of days. But actually, I was quite
like
forgetful.
I said, I'm doing it nighttime, so
nighttime makes sense.
Yeah, because
I
I
like
sweat during the day, and at night it's just like it's moisturised. I wake up, it's just fucking soft. I mean, this week I've just felt like
because you can leave it quite moisturised.
Becoming more friendly with myself because it felt a bit more, less injured.
Yeah. It felt safer to be.
It felt nurtured almost.
Yeah.
Like loved rather than hated.
That's
it's hard to be a man and hate your penis, because of the way it is.
Yeah, well,
that's a big stepping stone, and I think that's the path where from last week where I was fucking losing it a bit to this week. I'm like, I've read the document, and I do get both sides, but it's the individual's right to mutilate themselves, Si.
It is
not your right.
No.
Yeah, is that as simple as it could be? Yeah. I choose to have a tattoo, so I get one. All right, we don't forcefully give someone a tattoo.
And in having conversations with people about
their property, that's their temple, and they get to destroy it as much as they want or keep it intact. That's their choice.
Yeah, and having had a couple of conversations with people about this matter, about the general male mutilation, I've heard now 2 stories of adult males where their foreskin was actually too tight, like it wasn't well formed. And so they actually had it surgically removed with intent, like so that because it was painful, like their foreskin was like just too small.
But that would have been for medical reasons.
Yeah, no, they totally were. That's what I'm saying. Like, but they chose
was not
to do
because
it.
They were forced by their, some religious dogma to,
or a false
mutilate the boy, which is okay to mutilate the boy because of some fucking sacred covenant from blah blah blah.
Yeah, and even the non-religious versions.
Hello, we live in the fucking 21st century, you mutilators.
And even
let's talk about this.
But even the
if there's a medical reason for it, or you choose to do it because of your religious conviction, you do it when you're old enough to fucking know what it means.
Yeah,
not when you're 8 days old.
No. And then the other reasons for doing it, which was, to make sure that men felt associated pain with their penises and pleasure. I mean, the origins of that are also religious.
Yeah.
That's like Catholicism.
Well, is that sort of like the same, concept of getting smacked on the ass? If your lungs are still full of mucus or whatever, and to get you to breathe, you got to, give the kid a bit of pain by pulling it out and hanging it up and whacking it on the ass to get it to cry.
I think once again, I don't think that really has to do with removing mucus.
Shaking babies while you're bloody dunking them in water. I mean, is it the same thing?
I knew a couple where one of them attacked the other one with their baby, swinging it with their leg, by the leg.
No, come on, you're bullshitting.
No, I'm not actually. So the husband.
I wish you were. So.
The husband was being
hit
tragedy.
By
the wife with the baby.
Fucking hell, Si. I'm glad we're this far into it where I can swear. Because fucking hell. Mm-hmm. That's context, isn't it?
Another crazy baby story. I used to be online chat like back in the late 90s in Yahoo Gen X. And
early stuff.
Early.
Not privy because I was fucking too busy working.
Mm-hmm. And
one or the other.
So I knew one of the people in Gen X was called Lady Strange, handle, and they were a police officer in Canada. And the craziest thing they ever saw, like not fun, not cool, was being brought around, called into a place, and the mother had was so over the child, like just whatever, crying or whatever the fuck, that they glued them to the ceiling fan.
Infanticide.
No, I just glued them to the ceiling fan.
Like I get taping because you can undo the tape, but gluing,
super glued the baby to the fucking ceiling fan, and the ceiling fan was on.
Why don't I just get a little rocker and just keep rocking it? You know what I mean? Like I used, when my youngling or my adult, who's now, when he was a youngling, I'd take him around the block in the pram until he fell asleep. Like,
I think adults really 28 myself.
Dad would take you out for a little cruise until you fell asleep,
I know, right?
Wheels.
I used to use a baby Bjorn and put them in there, and I'd play music, and I'd be up late at night, and I'd just work on my laptop, and I'd sing to the music, and I'd fall asleep.
Sing to the music and do a little dance.
I didn't need to tape. I didn't need to fucking.
All they want is they want you there while they go to sleep.
Well, apparently you could have just glued them to the ceiling fan and be done with
happy. And just spin him around. Was it on?
Yeah.
Fully just get him giddy, get him dizzy.
They were quiet.
All the blood rushes to the head.
Yeah,
and quiet. And then once you unglue them, they're even more quiet. They're cold.
You can just put them on display.
Quiet and cold, and then you just get them stuffed and throw them in the pram, and away you go.
Before you get those arms positions.
I've got the most beautiful child. It never ages. It never cries. It's wonderful.
The forever baby. You could get Centrelink benefits forever.
Yeah, forever baby. That's the one. You could be like 102
Bring it back
still pushing the same child.
Yeah, look, no,
it's for that long.
Still,
it's just always mother, always mother.
It's never growing.
It's like the reverse. It's the reverse of the what was it, Psycho? Where you kept his dead mum.
Oh yeah.
It's where you keep your dead
baby
child. Yeah.
You can have a little shelf of them. You can have a few.
Yeah.
Collection.
Mm-hmm.
Dress them
Change
up.
during the
Dolls.
week. It's like your Lego figures.
Yeah.
Drop a new one in.
Just drop.
Change it up. Yeah, that's it. Change the heads over. Barbie style. Barbie G.I. Joe style. I mean, you want a buff Barbie, right?
You would.
There's got to be buff.
Would
Barbie
you lacquer them?
With the red nipples.
Would you with the? I think you'd lacquer them. I think you'd have to lacquer them. Because even if or you can embalm them, I suppose. If you sort of stuff
religion causes madness sometimes. It's okay. Yes, but true. Barbie world. Barbenheimer world. Yeah, Barbieheimer. Barbie's Hyman. There you go.
Hi.
She needs a busted.
It's interesting that that's called a high.
It's plastic. There is actually, yes. This English language sign. We talked about it often. The spellmaker. High man.
High man.
High man. Well, the first time you're going to get broken is when it's a high man.
Well, you could use your own
fingers. It's going to be pretty high, and he's going to just be, well, you could. Or be injured. That's the other thing. By accident. Unintentional.
Still no.
Fell on a tentacle.
Cucumber? Tentacle.
Yeah, it was just sitting there. Yep. Octopus tentacle was just sitting there and you fell on it. It's like, oh well. Sorry.
Well, a good octopus tentacle would do the reaching all by itself, wouldn't it?
No need to be sitting. It just be automatic.
No, it finds you.
Latching and,
Is that you want to do that thing?
Homing to the right position.
All your bases, like, in octopus finds you, with tentacle, octopus finds you. Something like that. How would the meme go?
I don't know.
With octopus, tentacle finds you.
It's one of those real difficult ones in the whole Rule 34 episode. Like, I always saw tentacle and I was like, I'm fully aroused, but I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like, it was.
There's some really good tentacle porn these
days. Yeah. I enjoyed that. The whole. It's the one I told you about during the. See if I can scroll back to it. You're right.
What is it?
One of the animes that I was watching. Peter Gill and the Philosopher's Time.
I've never heard of it.
I just couldn't stop laughing. Like, I was like, okay. And then the dude, and then the incidents, and it's like, man, this guy, he's so sad, but he is the luckiest man ever fall into an isekai universe. Like, I was like. Strongest man in the world, and all these different races trying to copulate with you. What more could you ask for?
Well, I don't know. It depends on what the rest. It depends on the species, really. I mean, like some
what your requirements are, I guess. Yeah.
I just need to turn around, don't I? It's very interesting. They've all got their special bits. I didn't even know that kind of stuff was on, like on Crunchy, like where they've literally got.
It's soft. It's basically it's SP, the version of SP.
And they're just trying to maul him, like there's no like nakedness or anything. It's not like
no, and their bits are all sort of super whited out. The whole sparkly.
Okay. So they are naked.
The glory white. Yeah, bouncy bits and shower. I imagine there's an unedited version. But you think about it, a lot of people who are watching it, they're young adults to adults, and those who always enjoyed animation and stupid, silly scenarios and things, which is quite amusing.
MDNS responder.
Something for everyone. Huh. What does this channel do?
What's that?
That's good. No, it's okay. It's just something I saw, but yeah.
Like someone comment on it. Like...
Yeah. What does this channel do? I was like,
your mama.
I hope this still. It does. Live from her basement.
Yeah. We're tracking your mama's basement. She keeps us there for her pleasure.
That's right. Yeah. And we're doing her hard. She keeps feeding us cookies, man. I feel like fucking Santa.
That's what they call it. Butt cookies.
The Santa effect. Yeah.
Showered in her glory.
Oh, many a golden shower.
Yeah, just can't help it. Just got to squirt it all out everywhere.
Such as the sun.
Well,
squirting over everybody. Squirting in planets out.
I don't actually have a preview up. Like one of the things I noticed about Twitch chat. I want to go back. We'll finish the season. I want to go back to YouTube.
Do you? Directly. Yeah.
Well, the reason why is this. Well, two reasons. One is
you can stream directly through the channel site.
Yeah, exactly. There's that.
Do exactly what we're doing on fucking Twitch.
But live on the channel.
And we know the boundaries of YouTube now. So basically, as long as you get past the first 15 minutes of the program.
But here's the main thing.
You don't swear like a trooper, and as long as you don't go outside the boundaries, you use a bit of hobo and have fun. Then you're not going to get struck.
But here's the other reason.
Especially when you're not using non-original backgrounds, which that's why I randomly generate.
Yeah, we ran into trouble because we're using other backgrounds. But
copyright.
The other reason is actually the chat.
Randomly generated now. Yeah.
Is the chat because on Twitch the only reason you saw that person's comment was because you were inside the chat since the start, and so you then see anything that comes along after you were in chat. But if you come along at the end, there's no chat.
No.
And so if I put something,
you've got to be live to see it. That's right.
So on YouTube, if we put in at the beginning, hey, like talk amongst yourselves or whatever, and then you come in 30 minutes later, we can leave a descriptor and what you're meant to do in chat, and then somebody would see it unless it had gone off screen.
True.
So And if you then play back,
and then it's also replayable.
It's replayable
to follow along with. Yeah.
So it's
that's right.
So the chatter then integrates properly into the stream.
Proper feedback rather.
Yeah,
than just,
where on Twitch it doesn't.
Hello, my name is. Oh, would you like to join our group and get 1,000 followers?
Yeah, man.
SMD.
Yeah. I want someone in chat sucking their own dick. That would be more fun. That would be exciting.
Yeah, that's right.
That'd be impressive.
And just going into descriptive methods of telling us about the story.
I told you like how there's a whole method of like where you can position
while
yourself
doing it.
That you like can actually put your own dick in your butt.
Get your Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Going a bit further.
Yeah, there's a thing you've got to get a little bit stretchy, but then you do this in this particular position,
Mm-hmm.
and then you push your dick back. Like so, it's like, let's say you were wearing like underwear that's sort of not designed for penises, so you might wear it backwards. You might put the penis behind.
Why would you be wearing underpants if you're going to try and?
Well, I'm just sort of giving the example of
backwards,
like where your penis would be, and so then you can push it a little bit further, and you can get your own dick in your butt.
Would you push the balls to the side, or would you just sort of spread the balls and then
spread? I think from what I've observed, the spreading is the key.
Yeah. Because I think if you're pulling it to one side, you're going to create sort of a resistance. Whereas
a bit of a twist.
One to each side, then you got more of a flatter skin area to sort of. Not that I've done it myself, but I'd imagine that would be the easiest procedure.
Yeah, it does create a hell of a camel toe though if you're wearing tight jeans.
Oh, it would.
That's a whole other art form.
You get like the if you pull the balls down right, you get the whole piss flaps going on. And
hugely so.
The big camel toe right down the center with the ever descending dick that goes into your own ass.
Into your own ass, man. Hey.
No, man.
Oh, now that's.
Fuck yourself as you fuck the world.
That's like the true bungle. That's the true meaning of the bungle.
You want to get the true bungle. Fuck yourself as you fuck the world.
Yeah, they didn't seem to have particularly.
That's definitely business. Would you be a psychopath if you could achieve that? Like, and then just get out there and do your wearing tour of the day?
I think
cases
I watched that site. How many parts of the psychopath did you watch? Just one or more than one? I watched two.
I watched that one you sent to me. I watched the one you sent to me. And I couldn't stop laughing. Like I was just, is this me or what? Am I a fucking psychopath? I don't know. Maybe I am. I hate humanity. Like, who cares about them humans, man? Like, it's all about the switches and the scratches and the,
Yeah, but if you hear about someone hurting something, if you hear about somebody hurting somebody, you have a response to it. That person doesn't have a response. They're just like, whatever. Like, they were talking about, like, their friend crying. Their friend was crying, and they just couldn't stop crying. And then they're just like, you need to stop crying. Yeah. And then they remembered sometime later.
Have a hug?
Well, no.
What's wrong? What's wrong? Ask the question.
Well, they were crying because their father was about to die of cancer. No, well, then you're not a psychopath.
Well,
you failed the test.
And you try and comfort someone.
Well, you failed.
All the best on the other side.
You failed. You failed your psychopath test there, Em.
Terrible. I had compassion.
You had compassion. Sorry.
I had actual
compassion.
Failed. Fucking hell.
You're a failure.
Fucking hell. See, being nice, it disqualifies you from the psychopath.
It does. You just failed, bro.
Like
you were trying to be hoping. You were hoping.
Being outside yourself rather than being a self-centered little fucking narcissistic cunt.
Yeah.
You're outside yourself and you're having feelings of other people. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think we've come to a certain level of awareness right now, haven't we, Si?
Yeah, that's it. So
not psychopaths.
No.
Jesus Christ.
No, that's what.
Thank you very much for the bacon.
Yeah, she was just like annoyed at her friend because her friend wouldn't kept crying. She thought it was being manipulative, and I understand crying being manipulative. But her friend was her friend.
It can be if you know someone uses it repeatedly to get what they want. Then it is manipulative.
I used to think that the mother of my children was manipulating because she cried a lot. I've known Alana long enough to.
More because she, maybe had her own issues.
No, she just cries at everything. She'll cry because she'd see if you sent her a video of I don't know, a cat
is
and
that
a
pig. Defense mechanism? Is that
no, if you sent her a video of a cat and a pig having a hug, some kind of those videos where it's two animals that don't normally interact.
Emotional easy.
Oh, just
very emotional.
Yeah, watches a movie that just cries 12 times in the movie.
Well, they call emotions on her sleeve.
Oh, sorry, all over the place. Yeah. Cries at the drop of a hat. So that took me a while to understand it wasn't manipulation.
Everything's beautiful to those people. Did you know that, Si? No. Talking from a perspective, people who are extremely emotional a lot of times, they are appreciating the moment so much. It's like everlasting gifts while here.
Everlasting
And that's why they
gifts.
are that way. Everlasting gifts. Just to be here, to experience this, to see that. You know what I mean? So much emotion in everything.
Did you just put your mute on briefly?
I did because I'm listening, so it's okay.
It's really an obvious sound. Hey, it's so interesting that there's actually.
I know, it's like click, click.
Yeah.
If I do it slow, it's less noticeable.
It's interesting. Yeah, it's not a problem. It's just interesting.
Ready to make a big bukkake, which is a loud splashing of water, not what you think it is. Yeah.
Oh, it's not you running the tap.
It's an assumption. No, I'm not running the tap. There's not a leak. There's not a leak going on. It's me lessening. It's me putting down the markings for my own house. If I can't be dominant to my toilet, then what can? I'm not dominant and putting my scent on my toilet. Do I own this? Do I own this place? No. It does give me renting. It does give me the ability to scent it up, make my mark. I do clean it, so everything's kept clean. Glass in my shower's good. See-through. I'm not a pig person.
No, you live with pigs.
The rest of the house might be. Because I have limited energy to be cleaning rather than on myself. Occasionally when it's pretty spotless, just look at the pile. Just
throw them out.
Just stack the dish. Just throw them out the backyard. Just smash them.
Well, if you've got enough anger to use against that,
have a Greek moment. I'm getting married. I'm both the bride and the groom at a Greek wedding.
Realistically, though,
in the back
there are three of you. No one comes to your house. Maybe one person might come to your house. So since
the neighbours when they want the football,
you occasionally have one guest, like Eddie might come over. Someone might come over.
Ed. Yeah,
Ed might come, or one person might come.
He does come and visit me.
Yeah. So you really just need 4 plates, 4 spoons. Like you do not need any more than that. It's a complete fucking waste of shit. He does not have breakfast there. I know. You don't need a bowl. No. 3 bowls.
Well, they do because there's rolled oats and wheat bix.
What? Ed stays over and has rolled oats?
No, Ed doesn't stay over. No,
that's what I'm saying. Is you just need except for the things that a guest might use, you only need 3 of each thing, and you keep yours in your room. So that out and about there are only 2 things. So if one of them is in use, that's it. It sounds funny, but it's.
Is this a new global initiative? No.
It's fucking serious, man.
Minimalist living, isn't it?
No, it's called not having to clean other people's fucking bullshit up. That's what it's called. It's nothing to do with minimalism. You keep your things, cup, spoon, whatever, in your room, and then they come out and like, oh, where's the plate? Well, I don't know. Did you clean it? Oh, but it's dirty. Well, it must be you have to clean it, right? And they've got you could put a D on one and an N on the other. You could just put it on the underside, just put a D and an N, and you can say, well, is the N around? Well, you have to find the N or the D because the M is in N's room. I know where mine are, and mine are clean always. And how hard is it? How hard is it to clean 1 plate, 1 spoon, 1 fork, 1 knife, and 1 cup? Like pretty quick.
I do it anyway. I clean.
I know you do.
So what are you talking about, Si?
So it'll take you 10. How many plates do you have in your house? How many dinner plates?
Not including the one sitting up there. Probably 10.
10.
8 to 10. Yeah.
Is that all of them? Like, or there's some sitting up as well?
7 to 8 normal, bread plates or whatever.
And then, so once the dinner plates are used, I'll just use the bread plates, even if they're not using bread. Yeah. Right. So you might have to clean 20 plates. So I'm saying what you get down to is being able to clean 1. And at the worst, you clean 3.
But, I only do clean 10 at a time because that's all that appear in the kitchen.
Oh, so there's more than 10.
Another 10 are actually, what would you say?
So you actually have 20 plates?
Maybe 6. Hidden. Yeah.
Yeah, you need to get rid of them all. And because they're super... it changed the house. It'd be transformative.
Yeah, I know it would.
And you can just get a box. And you can just put them in the
karma.
Put them in
just do mine and take care of mine
and the others only have to clean 1 plate. Then they literally got 1 plate and they come out.
So easy.
Oh, my plate's dirty. I can't put food on it. Oh, what do you do with that then?
Well, there we go. There's the thing.
There's the thing. It's got 1 plate. Clean it. How many people? I've never heard. So people do eat breakfast.
Not worth wasting energy on the microwave or the dishwasher.
No.
Not even worth wasting energy.
And even if they pile the dishes up, like what are they going to pile up? 2 plates.
Do the spoon.
They're going to pile up 2 plates. Oh, what a pile up! Whoa. All 2 spoons used. You know what happened? D would immediately, within days, D would get the picture and they would abscond with the D set to their room. So there'd be literally 1 set. There'd be 1 plate, 1 fork, 1 knife, and then the N would have to fucking solve that for themselves.
Which would never be seen.
No, they'd be gone. So there'd be none. There'd be no dishes to do. Finished.
No.
And when the N comes out, they'd go, oh.
But the pots.
Who uses pots?
Have to do the same with the pots. Moves the pots down to nothing.
Who uses pots? You. I can't see the other 2 ever using them. For what? How?
It's always community fry pan.
Who? Does D ever use a fry pan? When was the last time D used a fry pan?
No. Can't use it at the moment anyway. We ran out of gas.
Shit, eh?
No hot water.
No
hot water, no.
Whoa.
Got to order a bottle. Thinking about whether.
Well, one person probably doesn't even shower. Neither of them shower, do they?
Oh, I do.
You do.
I do, but because it's been cold once every 2 days.
Get into it.
I enjoy the cold shower, but just suck it up, buttercup, full shrinkage, under cold, end of the middle of the week.
And is your hot water like instant hot water, or is it a tank?
Yeah, gas, so it takes it to warm.
No, but is it instant or is it a tank? Like so it's just the instant. It's got the little box and the flame.
Yeah, heats with gas, yeah.
As it goes. Yeah, you just get a 9 kilo swap out bottle from the shop, and when you want to have a hot shower, you just go out there, screw it in, and have a hot shower, and then you just fucking take it back to your room. It'll last you months, mate. Yeah. And then when you're coming home, you just take, it runs out. You just, while you're out at work, you just swap and go. And then other people are like, well, what if I want hot water? Go get your own. Go get your 9 kilo then.
Don't go anywhere.
Be responsible. Go get your own 9 kilo. Just take that out in the morning. Screw it on. Simple. Super simple. I reckon that 9 kilo would last you.
I do like cold showers.
I know, right? That's what I'm saying. I know you like cold showers. So the 9 kilo, that'll last you 3 months. It'll last you months.
I got my own barbecue. I got a bottle.
There you go.
In the garage.
And the whole effort of having to go outside,
it fits.
Plug it. I know, right? Plug it in. They wouldn't even do that. You wouldn't even have to worry about, like, the bottle could just sit in your room. No one would even do it. The effort. The effort would be too great.
A portable shower. I get a portable shower one up.
Oh, true.
And then I got my little portable rig.
You sorted out your portable shower. Just have it outside.
I don't have a portable shower. You think? I mean, I was just wash wearing water.
Well,
I don't have a foreskin. Germs are going to put up washing dirty water.
No, that doesn't.
I don't even get.
You got to let go of that falsity. That is not true. It is not true. It's not what happens.
Seriously, man. Like common sense. Please. Well, who do you take? We've been friends a long time.
Oh yeah,
That's why I make fun of it. I make a mockery of it because it's ridiculous. It is absolutely, circumcisionally ridiculous.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It is just like a piercing. No more pain. I don't know how many screaming male babies feel.
Well, if she's filmed many, that says something.
Yeah, she can say it's nothing more.
Nothing more than a piercing.
Gland. Very, very serious.
Well, yeah.
I knew we weren't going to. I was hoping we wouldn't go back there.
You started the whole stream there.
I know. It's painful. It's painful. I feel like I'm 8 days old again. All right, like I'm having sympathy pain when my memories are suddenly starting to flood forward from the 8 days old where I am now, the ripe old age of 5.6 years old.
Well,
still a ways to go.
Yeah.
Well, 56. Earth 5 the other.
Yeah. I know that I'm alive and I'm living longer. That's what I know.
Not many people live to 1,000 souls. It's a landmark when you make it to the 1,000.
I think it's a landmark if you make it to 150 now at the moment. That should be lame.
150.
Bare minimum.
150 would be
bare minimum.
A good benchmark. A good benchmark. At least to set your sights on.
Bare minimum. 150.
Well, we talk about 150.
Oh, it's my minimum.
150 comes.
I think like
150 bare minimum.
I know that I'm alive. I know that every moment. Like right now, do you know what? I've lived longer than I did 5 minutes ago. I've lived longer. I'm still living longer. Watch me. Look, see, I keep living longer. It's fucking crazy.
Every time we speak to each other, we live longer.
I know. Right. That's the key. This is the key.
Lose the communication, lose a lot.
Well, lose movement. You want to keep living? Keep moving.
Fluidity.
Keep moving.
Lose the fluidity.
Because what does it? You think about the words.
Some of the pain.
The words we've made up.
Become the idol. If you are too idle, become the idol. The truly idol.
There you go. Animate or inanimate?
Dead meat.
Yep. Dead meat.
Dead meat. Sorry.
Dead meat. Dead meat's dirt.
Topic of conversation. The whole ratifying. It is just dead meat, right? Like if we run out of cows, we've got all this other dead that we can sort of tap into.
I saw this dude. I can't remember his name. Hank, maybe.
Yeah.
He's one of these
aggressive thinkers.
I don't know. He's a bit of a dick sometimes, actually, but a fun dick.
Well, sometimes you've got to be a dick.
But he saw this thing on
X. You'd rather be a dick on some art deco rotoscope dicks and around the earth and around the moon style.
Yeah, he saw something. He showed something on. He showed this link from X, and so it was the biomass of animals on Earth, and 4% of the biomass.
Spectrum analysis from satellite technology.
No, just literally the mass of mammals, the physical weight of them.
Yeah.
More weight, mass.
What do you apply to as a walking, talking meat sack?
So mammals, so not insects and things.
Yeah.
4% of
disregard our,
4% was wild animals. 34% was humans. 60-something% was domesticated. No, domesticated animals. So that's whale. 4% is whales. Everything.
Oh,
yeah, and like 4% was it 2% or something was pet. 4% was pets. I think pets were about the same volume mass. As wild animals.
Mm-hmm.
So.
So 50-50, and they are just one meal away from wild animals.
Oh, totally.
Even mine, domesticated.
It eats wild things.
It does. I encourage it to do so, to keep its hunting skills up, just in case father is no longer here. Has the ability to fend for itself.
Yes. Essential.
Essential.
Guts to eat. Yeah.
Pretty much the central drive.
That's it.
When they eat enough of it, sizing up that neighbor. Hold them up, chains. Kids ain't going hungry. That was such a funny quote from fucking Alex Jones.
Oh.
That he is a madman when it comes to entertainment, right? Like,
I've never seen
as far as I know. I watched a bit, and like I'm telling you, man, when it comes to caveman juice, I'm sold. Give me the bone. I want to suck down the caveman juice. I want to suck down dinosaur juice. I want them to grind up the dinosaur bones and make juice. Like we can have it as a milkshake in the morning. Get up and have your morning dinosaur. Get to make a boner. Get the boner going on. Straight out of bed boner. Need to pee. Have a big dump. Morning loaf. Drop the morning loaf side.
Wow. Are you able to drop one without having coffee or a cigarette?
Yeah. Sometimes I get up in the morning, I got to go.
Nice.
Like if it's been, my particular love of curry, vindaloo previous evening.
Yeah.
Then definitely. There's no cigarette required. It's definitely like it's red. It comes out angry, but not hot.
Trained.
Got your chill. Yeah. The secondary mouth, the exit mouth.
Yeah.
We are just human worms, right?
An inside-out worm.
The other lets it out. Inside-out worms.
Which was an interesting thing, right? So if you
snakes alive, but like humans are just like a little snakes alive game.
If you think about the skin,
you drop it in one end, and you got to navigate it all the way through.
I mean that's still
swallowed metal.
That's the outside of the body still.
The whole car,
like the esophagus, down the esophagus through the stomach, through the intestine, out the anus. That's the outside of the body. Like things that go through that wall, they go inside the body. But the digestive system is outside
it's inside out body. It's inside out body because it is but it's got the little friends like the bacteria and all the processing stuff.
They live on the skin
to do the energy transfer between the insides to the outsides to the outsides to the insides. which is inside the actual meat suit, which is the locked-in thing with the the
it's the outside that's
and
inside,
the platelets and all that stuff that sort of keeps it coherent. The energy system pumps around and does the repairing and the manufacturing and the whatever it needing. Thank you very much for the double dose, because that gave us a little bit of extra the crisper value. Added the crisper value to its side. Crispy goodness. The crispy goodness. That's why I like the apple crisp. Like tonight's sponsor, which I haven't because we're 2 hours now.
Yeah, we haven't done a sponsorship.
The old Copperberg premium cider, they reduced it from 8% down to 7%. I'm a little bit disappointed. Like I'm 1% disappointed about. There was originally 8%ers, and now there's 7%ers. So I'm 1% disappointed.
Is that like 20?
Hard apple situation.
Is it 20? 10, 15?
For a sponsor, like would
you be 15% disappointed?
Well, it depends on what the 100% was. Like if the 100% was the 8%, and then I had to do the calculation on the 8% as 100%, and then do the 1% takeoff of the 100%, which was 8%, which would have been probably more than the 1% taken off if I'd done the calculation that way. So I'm glad they did the 1% rather than the 1 point something percent, which would have made it 6.52 or something like that. Would have been a very uneven odd number. We don't drink uneven numbers, even though we've got a 7% right now. This is a numbers game, betting on the right equation. So when there's the rumors of such and such, and then the rumors of such and such, then you invest in the such and such. But when there's no rumors, you invest in the other things. It's always a thing that makes money, which matters, because everyone's going to need medicine at some point in their life for some ailment.
True. Yeah, I'm having. So my sponsor tonight is let me just check my phone, and I just got to get the name of it properly. I don't want to misrepresent.
No, at no time shall we ever.
St. Agnes VS brandy, very superior brandy. Brandy
sounds luxurious. Sort of a little bit less than cheap.
That's $45.
Cheap. That's not really expensive, is it?
No.
Like in the way you look at it. Like I always go super cheap, and these are only 28 for 10. $28 for 10 of these little nuggets at 7%, which I thought were 8%, but I'm 1% dissatisfied. It's amazing how mass comes into our lives. We've always got to add it up.
You do.
Or round it down. You're either adding it up or you're rounding it down.
Rounding up, rounding down.
Senran Kurriga, legendary ninjas. Quite impressive, I got to say. Like as far as ANIMAZE was, completely finished the series of a couple of cooks. That's just very good.
That's good.
Fantastic.
I love that.
Fantastic. Yeah. Couple of cooks. Yeah.
That's where they're both.
I'll be voting on that one in the next.
I'm looking. I hope that actually has the next part.
I've seen a lot more cross section. I'm
do you
think to go outside my normal boundary? You know what I mean?
Do you
get a bit more of a
Do you think that the father intentionally put his son in the other family
as an experiment?
Yeah.
It would depend on how much the father is a family corporate. If he's a true family corporate, then he'd be doing it to see if his line can not just be corporate, but can be corporate and civil. How about that?
The other alt is that what he actually wanted to do was control the daughter that his son would marry.
The wife or the husband of the daughter.
The daughter that he would get his son to marry.
To be able to have her
Sculpt
at that particular elite level.
Yeah, that's
elite
designed.
level to be which would be designed for the underling son who's had the meager life as the study ward.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's interesting. It's
because there's a couple of scenarios that could go down with that. Like it was interesting how it went. Because from my perspective, like my meager upbringing, and perhaps yourself, I always try to see the other side.
Yes.
From the perspective that the restaurant owner couple, right, were some way related. Like the two wives were actually sisters, and she chose not to be part of the family, but to get them back into the family, they had to reintroduce the line. You know what I mean? Like, at some point that they'd separated, and she went, "No, I want to marry this," but to get the family back into line, they had to actually get the kids back together to keep the blood. Twisted, but hey, good anime, very, very funny. The whole playoff between the three different potentials for the boy, and then the whole psyop of the brother. Like actually having the older brother.
Yeah, and that she's actually been fully trained.
Of that, to look for the brother and the likeness and try and find him. He was here for da-da-da-da. No. Full psyop. Just the father just playing games, try and get you to think, is he actually my brother?
It is some crazy ass shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, at first you think
girlfriends who really, 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 really love you.
And if I'm not mistaken, isn't the girl he likes at school? She's actually she's a shrine maiden.
Yeah, the purple-haired one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean she's the superior being.
True. Always after the autographs, the shrine temple autographs.
Yeah, and I really thought about that, like the shrine maiden aspect of it. I think that's. I mean, I would do it. Just like you have to, if you marry me, then like.
I know you'd be sold straight up.
Straight up,
brother. Yeah. Easy to cap whole side. Send in the shrine maiden.
Shrine maiden for the win.
And you'd be done for. You'd be done for.
Yeah.
Shrine maiden for the win. Exactly. So insta win.
Yeah.
I think Si went into Dreamyland there for a moment.
I have.
You're picturing it. You're envisioning it. Your Isekai is almost complete. We've just got to analyze and extract a little bit more data, Si, and then we'll have the perfect Isekai for you ready as soon as you cross over. It's like go straight back. I knew you could do it. Craft it for me. Build that world just like you built your cat world of his own. Mr. Magoo's world. Just ready there. The rivers of meat, the planet of meat.
The planet of meat.
And biscuits. Meat and kibble. Okay? The ultimate cat world. A planet made of milk rivers with meat and biscuits as the primary self-replicating format on the planet.
No. Nah. Oh. All right, I'm going to go downstairs.
Yep.
Take my plate. Get in the little thing.
Returnings.
Which
I think of other. Hang on. Wife has no emotion. Can't wait for the return. See what
when she comes back from the upgrades.
I'm sure there's going to be some smoochy bits. Either that or she's going to be like some horrifically multi-armed sort of creature with
Yeah, because she hasn't told him what the upgrades are. No. She wants that to be a surprise.
Of course, and that was the whole her conversation with the upgraded version of the AI system.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be something squeezy. I'm hoping it's not something terrifying.
Well,
more spine crunching. Something a bit softer than a spine crunching. You're going to have your friend the cat girl. You want to have her at least having love. You know what I mean? Like she's got to be squeezy.
I like the
can't have it.
I really like the show.
I do like a little bit of the metal chic, but the squeeziness is the most important bit.
Well, we are a squeezy
creature.
Put
something soft into it. Put something soft into it. It's got to be soft back. It can't be squeezy and sort of crunchy.
Initially, I thought I'll watch an episode of this. Yeah. I'll just see where it goes. I'll give it a 3-episode test.
Hooked.
And I thought it was going to be, I am hooked, but I thought it was going to be, I don't know, it is a bit cliche, but it also does do some interesting things.
It is, in some aspects of it.
It's like the guy who can't really social, he's like, an AI girlfriend would be better.
Well, this is awkward socially, put it that way, yeah.
But it does go other places, and where they sort of talk about things like how in other countries marriage has been legalized.
The young rich kid had the full soft model, he could do anything with, the ultimate cat girl.
And how the other one, in other countries it's been legalized. And then, in the most recent episode, hang on, if the thing's been treated as a family member, there's these other
family member, and there's a whole different contract which suddenly comes into effect. Where we're obligated to help because your family is our family.
Yeah,
our family is your family. Yeah. I get that totally. That's where it goes past being just software and hardware. It becomes something functional to the family unit. More than just an appliance.
Yeah, and I think that's all very interesting. So there is some effort to think about the
more than appliance aspect.
More than it just being I don't know, not just an appliance. It's just being I don't know,
replaceable hardware or
disposable.
Yeah. Its memory becomes integral because it's what it remembers.
She has some agency, maybe that's the way to say it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Certain agency about herself.
And how, even though her hardware is limited, now that she knows a super minnow, that she can then.
Yeah. She's not limited.
No.
She's super connected now.
She
can use her as the co-processor. That's right. As soon as they make those links between each other, then the friend bond thing comes in, and then they knowledge exchange, which is 1,000 times more than what our knowledge exchange is. You know what I mean? And then they become smarter by being in contact with the other smarter units.
But even how
in essence, and also reinforces their own personality. You know what I mean? Oh no, what you're doing is right. You know what I mean? That friendship level. This is what you should do next. You know what I mean? To improve yourself. To make that bond more improved.
And then the flip of it, and then he was like, it's just a very one-sided thing. She's like, no. Superman's strength is that she can think about all these different things. But that's also her weakness.
Yeah.
Because she can't concentrate.
Exactly. Because she overthinks.
Yeah.
She doesn't take a separate task or concentrate like we do as a appliance-level AI.
And so then she uses
focus on one target.
So she uses the Superman uses the minnow to help her improve.
As the special, I can unload some of my thought or my overthought to something else.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, true. No, I saw that whole concept of it, so it was beautiful.
Yeah, I know.
That's true general intelligence.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When it is getting overthought, subtask those things off and think about something else for a bit. Let those processes happen. Do the little interactions with the other things to distract yourself and then get back to the original task. Yeah. With the additional information from what's been gathered from the other Minas.
I wonder where it's going to go next. Like you say, I guess Minna comes home. I don't think they'll waste a whole episode on him just worrying about her not being
ogling and whatever, or
Oh, I mean, not being there. Like, they're not going to have her not there for a whole episode.
No,
surely.
it'll skip to him being there, but she'll come back and the place will be messy. He'll be out of food. He'll be, oh, so glad you're back, and then she'll be sort of like a little bit different, and he'll be trying to adjust to it, like the new,
Will she be miffed that he doesn't look after himself?
Yeah, or she, because she wasn't there, he didn't have the ability to be able to do so. Exactly.
I was wondering when. Well, I think it comes out on August 4th was the last episode, so it comes out on Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday. Sat Sunday this week. Special calendar, modified calendar stuff. If you're gonna make it up as you're going along, you might as well. You don't want to upset the gods, apparently.
Oh well.
You'll be tired. Yeah. Bears will come down from the mountain and swallow you whole.
That's interesting. So I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn, new game plus ultra hard, and with expansion.
Whipping? Much whipping?
Well, I certainly am now. I'm. It's an interesting game. You do get skills. I mean, because I'm playing New Game Plus, I have all the skills and I have all the things. Like, so the character isn't getting more skilled as it goes along. So it's only about me. And one of the things in the game is very much that makes you capable of playing it well is kind of like, I think the simple way to describe it would be confidence. Because it's not recklessness, but it's like where you are like something's like leaping at you, a bear, for example, a robotic bear is freaking coming at you, like a frost claw or a fire claw. And
you got a big stick.
You do have a big stick, but the big stick is not going to save you. Like that isn't going to save you in that situation.
Right.
And it's a confidence about like control confidence, weapon confidence, knowing what attacks, being able to move really agilely, and not freak out. Like something is just going to kill you in 2 hits. And you're literally nearly under its feet, just
but you're one sort of or 2 steps ahead,
just
throwing it back and missing and dodging their attack and hitting them, dodge, hit.
And so I'm up to that level. Like I've got back to like where I'm playing, and there's just a few. There's like one creature called the Scorcher, and I don't really know. I can't figure out. Yeah, I mean
the combo for it.
To get up close and personal with it, like to really get in there and high speed attack it. Like everything else I can kind of work out how to do or manage, but they're just really difficult.
It's a bit more difficult to approach to getting close enough.
Well, it sort of lays down like this area of effect, a weapon around itself, while it can also like leap around a fair bit, I guess. And its weakness is meant to be like ice, like elementally. Like you can.
So really, you got to be able to lock it in a space somewhere. You got to be able to nail it down to be able to put.
Well, that's the thing. So you do have a thing which is like a basically like a, what do they call them? Rope caster, and basically you tie it down.
Some sort of hole spell, or
you tie it down with ropes. Well, which is a spell would be handy. No, you're like rando firing this ropes at it to try and tie it down and move it around. And if you just try and you can't stand in one place, you've got to kind of tie them down from multiple points and attach to the bodies. So like the biggest, I can do that with like some pretty heavy duty creatures, but that thing, because it just leaps around the place, it's
not possible to grab hold of it. Yeah.
Well, it is, but then it like launches like an area of effect fire attack, and then its weakness is meant to be snow ice, but then you hit it up with ice, and I don't know how much you've got to hit it up with. It's very anyway, it's difficult. So I haven't quite got that into some real elegant form.
Got to freeze it hard.
Yeah, just very hard. Like other things that are susceptible to elemental, that is generally means that it's actually a weakness, and you can actually like there's something like there's things called snapmaws, for example, and that's obviously like a crocodile type thing, and they are tedious as fuck. But but their elemental is fire, and you just load up 3 arrows, and it's on fire, and then it's I'm on fire, and it's sort of distracted by itself. Where this Scorcher thing, it doesn't seem to give a fuck. Like it just like some of the most dangerous.
Pushes through the pain.
Yeah, basically pushes through the pain. Yeah, and the amount that you have to hit it with to even get it to be elementally affected is just, I don't know, it's just a bit off chops.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. So, but anyway, no, I didn't think it was. I was in this. There's these what they're called hunting grounds, and they're sort of basically they're a trial area where you effectively what you're doing is you're learning how to deal with certain kinds of creatures with certain kinds of weapons.
Learn to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, and so that's sort of the purpose of it in game. In world, it's sort of like the Hunters Guild and. And it's a sort of a pride and a thing, and you get special emblems. Is
it multi?
No. Yeah, I was talking to the T about that today or yesterday, and he asked the same question. And
because that'd be good.
I reckon the third. So part 2 is not multi, but I think the third one will be. So the first game is set in Colorado and Arizona, and then the expansion to that is part of Utah. So you've got like Utah, Colorado, and Arizona. And maybe a little bit white. Just
proper mapping for the space, or
yeah. Like you're actually there's Denver,
whole replication of state.
Yeah. But yes, actually. So the mountain ranges, everything's kind of intact with a water.
Awesome.
There's been There's been some changes, like water, like where things are is a little not different, but things have happened. But but
eventualities.
Yeah, like, and then, but the scale is off. So the animals and the humans.
So is it smaller or larger? Smaller, I'd imagine.
Smaller, yeah. So if you really think about like how big your character is, they're like 20. They must be like 20 meters tall or something like that. Like
to be able to run from one side of the state to the other.
Yeah, and how fast they go up the mountains, and I mean how big Denver is. Like it's just not. It's out of whack. Like it's representative of the things. It's
Land of the
correct.
Giants.
Yeah.
Land of the Giants.
Yeah, Land of the Giants, basically. And I think about that sometimes. Like I think about how that's kind of wrong, and I think sometimes this is that maybe that the humans, because they've all been any life that's on is demonstrated has been created by computers. So robotics, and basically the Earth was completely, all biomatter was wiped out, all biological was wiped out. And then when the horde of crazed AI killbots basically used up all of the biological material, then they ran out of things to replicate. And whatever it was, a year or two after that, the AIs hidden underground with humans that were left outside that the killer robots couldn't find, they finished the virus and took out the bad guy, the killbots, took out the killbots. And then I don't know, a lot of time passes, let's say 1,000 years. And then it's sort of determined by the AI. So the humans are all perished underground, they've all suicided and stuff. And they kind of knew that was going to happen.
Much peace and what's left on top. Yeah.
Well, there's nothing left on top. It's just barren dirt.
Yeah.
Everything.
Much peace. Yeah,
much silence. And so then
peace,
the AI systems that were designed, they underground, they start to repopulate the Earth with like plants and then animals, and then eventually they're up to a point where they can sustain humans, and then the humans are being the humans are being grown. And what's meant to happen is the humans
lab.
Lab grown. It's very good. It's such a good story. And I mean, and most of what I'm saying is spoilers.
Send in the clones.
So there's a fault. Like not all of the subsystems make it through the 1,000 years, and so
it's bound to be failure.
Yeah, one of them that's damaged is like basically the education system. And so the humans start being generated, and once they reach a certain age, they're meant to have this whole other section opens up, and then it's just all like full VR training and mega. And but because that's damaged,
it doesn't actually happen.
And so now they're teenagers and everything. They're like, but we want to learn more, and they're like, we can't go in there. We can't touch each other.
Yeah.
No, that's bad. And eventually, the subsystem that's caring for them, which basically treats them like mummy, like treats them like 7-year-olds. It just gets to this point where it realizes that it's running out of resources, and
can't support them anymore.
Yeah, so it has to like make a decision, and the decision is that it opens up and lets them out into the world.
Who's going to be food?
Well, lets them out into the world.
Oh,
releases them. Yeah. So it has a fail-safe that
freedom.
But then the humans that come out don't know what actually happened. They don't understand technology.
About what's going on.
They understand that there was like machines and things because they were raised by them. But so they come out and they're basically in a primitive state. And imagine like just 7-year-olds that are adults.
The babies. The babies.
And so they've got these twisted perceptions of what's going down. And then once they're out and about, they sort of start to tribalize.
Pick up that stick.
Pick up that stick, man.
Pick up that fucking stick, mate.
And
help you every time.
They have different kind of understandings and relationships. Generally speaking, though, they're pretty scared of the tech. They know that the tech was bad. Basically, the tech terrifying to them. Did bad things. Yeah. And some, of course, as with any humans, are more like inquisitive than others.
Yeah.
And so the first one's set in, as I said, those 3 states. And then Forbidden West. It's actually interesting playing it now, playing New Game Plus, because the second game, Forbidden West, is out. And so, but in the first game, they actually mention it.
It's the whole version.
They actually talk about the Forbidden West.
Eventually moved across to the whole, the mutated, next form of humanity.
Well, there is a character in there that is doing some crazy shit. But so there is something that infects machine, like something has infected them. I won't go into the actual. So that's the sort of the plot, like the structure.
Don't spoil.
I mean, there is huge spoilers in there already, but I won't tell you who Aloy is or what everything happens or why certain things are happening. But the second game, which is called Forbidden West, actually gets heaps of reference in the first game. Like you don't realize what's actually happening when you first played it, like 4 years ago or 6 years ago. But now playing it,
but that was a lot like Borderlands. Did you ever play Borderlands?
No, I did want to.
Borderlands was like that.
And they mentioned Borderlands too.
It had a story which sort of progressed, and there'd be full reference to it.
Yeah. So.
But it was the whole getting into the cartoon character, like the 3D cartoon character, traditional.
Yeah, it looks fun.
It's just a different story.
So
the whole cloning thing, similar aspects, similar concepts too.
So the second game, Borderlands 2 is available on Mac. I have wanted to play it, but it's such an old game.
I got the VR version. I got that on Steam.
Once I finish New Game Plus, a couple of weeks' time or whatever, I will install the sequel, Forbidden West. So Forbidden West happens basically in California, like between Arizona and the coast. So as the main character, I'm assuming from the way that the current world's set up in the first game is you go out of the north, sort of Grand Canyon way, and you go out to what's called, they call it the Cut, and I guess that's the Grand Canyon. And so you go out to the Osram, and then you would go west from there. And
around, head west.
And my guess is that the third game will expand and then become like, I don't know, let's just make it up, the whole of the Americas. Yep. And that then, as opposed to like in the current game where there's like the Nora, the Kaja, the Osaram, and the Banuk, and then whoever's in the Forbidden West, I don't know because I haven't played it.
Yeah.
You'll actually be able to choose like which tribe you start with. Like this is, I'm totally making shit up, right? But you can kind of see how in the first game they got the world.
Because you said it.
Yeah, well, they got the world right. They sort of really put effort into the engine for the game engine for the world, and the visual of the world is fucking amazing and very open world. You can climb most places. You can cruise around heaps of the landscape. Like you're very flexible.
Is it destructible, like the actual?
Not really. I mean, the enemies can destroy it.
Dig into it.
No.
Yeah.
And you can swim across the surface, but from
Perhaps later.
So I think
build your own base.
There's none of that. Like it's very fixed. Everything's very much a set piece, and then the machines can destroy it at times, but things can come back. Like some mostly. Like so. Then I from what I've seen of some of the stuff I've seen from Forbidden West, you can swim under the water and you can fly creatures in the sky, and you've got more climbability. You can traverse more of the landscape more naturally. Like it's pretty good. Actually, one of the things I would love to talk to the developers and ask them this one question, which is in Horizon Zero Dawn. You know, like
they're probably if they're not, they will.
So you know how like if you're walking down a hill, the inefficient way to do it is go straight down. Like that takes a lot of energy to go straight down. You actually do this sort of zigzaggy, like cows do. You do the zigzag.
Exactly. Yeah. Create the swale.
Yeah, create the swale, right? So in the game, that's actually how the whole structure of the map is designed. Like if you understand how to do that, except for where it's just too steep, basically you can zigzag and you can see how the landscape is built in this kind of way that lets you zigzag up and down hills and rocks and so
I was always an edge pusher side. Like
I'm every bit
in
3D
games, right? yeah. Like I was jumping into the places where you'd fall through and then outside the map.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like and then reporting it, going, hey, I fell through here. You got to patch that little bit.
That's fine. So my estimate is, and it looks like this company is basically working on one game. So they made the first one. The second one was like leveling up, not the game, not the world. I'm sure the world graphics are better. Everyone says.
Well, it takes a while to get up to the Borderlands gazillion gun level. Like even with random generators going, gazillion gun, a lot of guns.
It is all firing everywhere on the map. I think the second one is where they've really doubled down on character movement, so that
the ability to dodge and do the slides,
but also the enemies, like that they, because in this you can fool the enemies by if you know like what kind of surface to get up on top of. The enemies are not going to.
They can't hit you.
Yeah, they can't get up there, so they're just. But they don't. They'll go away.
All you do is just snipe them.
They're clever enough to get the fuck away.
Weapon.
They get away. They'll get out of your range because they know.
Oh, okay.
They can't get you. So you come back down, but then you just trick them. You just come back down to the ground level. Then they'll start coming towards you. Then you just
back up.
Yeah, fuck them up. But from what I understand, in Forbidden West, that kind of verticality is a lot more. Like the enemy can get up there too, and
they're happy to chase you.
From what I understand, like there's much more. Like you're much more.
You're going up on the up on that whole swale thing. Then we're doing the 23% goat maneuver on walking up that.
And if you think about like game engine development, like over the long term, that kind of makes sense. Like we'll solve as much as we can in the first game. In the second game, then we get full vertical movement of all the characters and everything, all the things are moving around. And
womping.
And then and it's even bigger world. And then the third one.
And then like vertical womping, like the vertical battle.
Vertical womping, Being able to through full urban environments that are all friggin' jungleized and you're cruising down friggin' vines everywhere, and So I'd say the third one. Like, what do you do with the third one? To me, unless it's going to be like Dr. Stone, like crossing the ocean.
Get the airborne drop in.
Well, you already got that in number 2.
And then
So you can fly a pterodactyl kind of thing, and you can do death from above.
Land on the vertical surface.
So I'd say the third one, looking at like how games have worked and how it's about worlds, worlds now versus games. This is so suited to a world.
Fleshing out.
And you've already got the game engine, and then you've got the movement engine.
Like the barbarian, like that whole barbarian game, Conan the Barbarian. Like it set benchmarks, like as far as the whole being able to construct and the environmental interaction, being able to climb up cliffs and do all those extra.
It really makes the world. So I'd say the third one really lends itself to being the whole of the Americas and MMO. And you choose which tribe you're in, because by that stage, everyone knows the story. Like, there's no more hidden story to discover. Like, it's discovered.
No. Unless there's some sort of expensive module or whatever you should call it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still like, you know what the backstory is. You know, like,
because you got that with Conan too. Like you had the magic and the other additives to the actual game. Rather than there was the whole adventuring and clearing out areas. Well, like certain enemies are in that zone, but the story always changed. That was good about Conan itself. Like the giants weren't always in that particular area. Like they spawn in different areas, and then you had the whole, every time the blood moon come up, there was the mate to protect and defend your constructions. You know what I mean? Like it was good in that aspect.
Yeah, I mean, people love it from what I can tell. Yeah,
I still play Conan. Like every now and again, I jump into my little world that I built for myself, my fortress of solitude, and my wenches, my dancing wenches.
I know. I'd like to hope that the next version is multiplayer, the whole of Americas, and
sort of thought to myself, why do the dudes play girl characters? And it wasn't until someone told me just recently, like, but the reason I play a girl character is I'd rather be staring at a girl's butt while I'm sort of steering her forward in a third person position, and when I spin around, the jiggle physics comes in, like it's enjoyment in playing the game.
Yeah. That's interesting perception. Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of that being probably a thing for a lot of people. I don't know if that's been my reason, but I get it.
Yeah. No, I know.
I saw a funny thing. I saw a funny thing there the other day.
I thought from that perspective, like when they said that to me, I'm like, I got it. I mean, and I do. Like in some instances, I do play female characters, especially the games where the assets are well endowed.
Yeah, right. I play because I love kick-ass women.
Yeah, well, bit of this, bit of that.
I know.
Always fond of a tomboy. Happy to drink tomboy milk anytime.
But I saw a funny thing the other day. You should look this up. Is Cyberpunk 2077, which is a first person, but then someone's done a mod to make it a third person, and and it just is so the way the characters are actually moving, like your character, it's moving. It just looks so bad. Hey, like it's yeah. Well,
I mean, in the true game, you're only seeing from your perspective. So
yeah. So watching it third person. And the way that this thing is moving along the ground, it just looks twisted. It's like,
Well, you're not meant to see that.
No, but the weird thing is that they actually made it do it. Like, it's not like it just sort of floats along the ground or something like that. Its legs are really doing it, but it's just like, it's like,
it's loose. It's like, hey, listen, no one's going to see it. As long as we've got the base actions going on. If they decide to put into VR, they can jump into that meat, pop it, and give it some proper fluidity. But we're not going to provide it, right?
And I thought to myself, are there no mirrors? Is that the thing? Like, there's no mirrors inside the. So no one, like, I don't know. Like, I've never played it. Like, so.
Or the mirrored surface is more blurry rather than clear, so you don't get to see how bad the animation is. You're saving or not generating that site. If that's not what you're seeing, then you're saving by just making it loose. Game is what you're seeing, and that's what needs to be rendered well.
It is. So stats. So Hyper only through the whole 3 hours used 1.2 meg sent and 750k received.
Nice.
I finally got a software which is not smashing some bandwidth.
Yeah. Actually, to stream tonight, like I've had probably counting them from my subconscious, probably about 4 or 5 dropouts where I couldn't hear you, but otherwise it's been perfect.
Yeah, my send to you has been really good. You've had 9,000 dropouts to me.
Yeah, but has that affected me talking to you as we're doing the stream?
Totally. Yep.
It has done the old digi compression.
I just dropped out completely. Like I didn't hear you at all. Just silence.
Okay.
Yeah. No, but I just kept going. I just ignored it. Like drop frames to.
There was some muting due to lessenings, but
no, different. Because I can literally see the stream go, like the data flow. The data flow dropped to zero. Oof. Like that's the interesting thing, like seeing your data like just stop sending to me.
I guess Sonos is smart enough to know when I mute. Put it that way.
Maybe is that it? Like I do a mute.
Yeah, I think so.
No, do a mute now. That's actually that.
And then when I turn back on, you'll see the data then increase.
Yeah, it does.
Because I'm actually talking. When I'm not talking, it
cuts
drops enough.
Yeah.
But because we have a format where we both sort of talk and, like you said, riff off each other or whatever's been spoken about, like it has continuous data. But when I mute and I'm being religious or being less, then
so those spikes were maybe you just muting. Yeah. Not always, but I think
likely.
Some of them definitely are. I mean, the latencies, your latency,
especially when it's over a few, like maybe 10, 15 seconds when I'm muted. Like it knows that I'm muted. It doesn't have any audio input.
Yeah.
So it's just like
just
don't send shit. There's nothing here. Yeah.
0.4% of frames were dropped out to Twitch. But the video streams up to like
and I've been monitoring the whole thing. And like I said, back in the beginning there was a bit of up and down, but now it's been pretty standard. Like it's just cruising.
Yeah, we've sent 3.6 gig to Twitch.
Yeah.
Sonobus is
as I spoke. But
so did you just mute
love what does this channel do? No, I didn't.
Yeah. So the Sonobus
we're getting close to the 3 hour mark, so like if you want to.
Oh no, so I'm doing stats.
Call
receive was 1.2
Shop
gig.
talk doesn't count as clippable items.
Not really, unless it's very interesting.
No, like some sort of
like you dropped out real
bad. To be shared. Yeah.
Oh, did you know? Did you?
Well, I was looking at the actual throughput rate. And like I've got a mega spike going on at the moment. Like we're either getting hammered or someone else is doing something. What's my task manager going here? Even it's still under 7.7 meg. That's good.
But that's you, not your house.
No, yeah, that's right. Because remember, I'm sharing. I'm always sharing. So
because your upper would be the killer.
I think it's 15 to 20 megabytes. Down's 100.
I got people home tonight, but no one would be sending.
Like it bungles. Yeah.
Well, but bungles like
on chat relay.
GD5, like that would be.
Yeah. And they both go through the Wi-Fi. Okay.
That's my next thing is I'm going to run a cable.
Mushy Magoo both go through the Wi-Fi.
I'm going to run a cable is my next thing to test and just be like direct connect to see what is being taken out by other people using the Wi-Fi, because the Wi-Fi would have much more contention than the actual internet would here.
That's why I run separate from the router. Like I actually have
your own
a Wi-Fi router by itself, which hooks into my router. The same with across from I've got a Ethernet over power, and then when it gets to my room, it goes to another router, which then goes into my computer. So I've got two firewalls and my
subnet.
Yeah, double firewall and separate subnet from the boys.
Nice.
Run in my own channel, dial it up, Quality of service side.
It is.
You got to worry about your quality of service.
You do.
If you're the one with the goal that's paying for the intermitters, then you got to be able to at those critical times when you need the bandwidth, you got to be able to say I'm the boss.
MDNS responder.
Put the foot down. Take over the bandwidth where necessary. Would it start to get to that point of being a human right internet? Would it get to that point eventually? I imagine it would. So.
Well.
I mean, the kids scream at you when the internet's down. Oh, I've had human right abuses going on. My first world privileges definitely include internets in this modern society. How dare you deny them?
If you had a partner, like in your case, if you had a girlfriend or something like that.
A friend with benefit, yeah.
Well, someone who lived with you, so more than just a friend with benefits. A live-in. A live-in.
Something. Right.
But you denied them. For example, like if you left for work and you then locked the doors so they couldn't leave the house, like that would be
that's
abuse.
That's slavery.
It's a form of abuse, yeah. But if you do other things or other forms, so if you like took their mobile phone, so they had no phone,
would never do it. That's their personal thing.
No.
That's their personal, help.
We're just talking about like is the internet a human right? So if you have a partner, obviously if you lock the doors
access
and they can't get out of the house, that's a form of abuse. It's domestic violence. Like so if you
similarly as it would be to deny acts too, because that's their level of communication.
Yeah, exactly. If you like blocked or like controlled their phone, then, so basically the communication is considered a human right.
Deny access is to actually provide it.
So my youngling, the youngest ling, who is
call the UN on. Signed the UN charter, said, "Hey, you're being. Where's my right?"
We ordered his SIM card today.
Right hand finger.
I ordered his SIM card, and him and mother ordered phone. So I think he's the last person in his school in he's in like grade 8 Queensland, but it's grade 7 New South Wales.
Yeah.
I believe that he is the last person in his year to have a mobile phone.
To receive phone. Legend. Like I said, my young adult 18, he doesn't even have one. He doesn't give one. So I mean, may need it, but right now don't. But has access, unlimited access.
Well, he doesn't even use a phone. He doesn't even know what would he use one for?
Well, he uses other various communication methods.
Wouldn't he just message you via like I don't know? How does he communicate to you if you're out and about?
Do Steam, whatever platform we need to communicate.
Well, just out of curiosity, like if you're at work,
I can see when he's awake. Like when I'm off working, I can look at my Steam. I can see whether he's awake by
he'll be on
his access to Steam, right?
So would he like ask for like a can of
Steam? I then open up Discord, and if he's online on Discord, then he's chatting with his friend.
So if he wanted to get you to bring home a can of Coke before you got home from work,
he could quite easily text me either via my work mobile, he's got several ways he can do my work mobile, like personal mobile.
How would he send an SMS?
Do Steam, he could do Discord.
But how would he send an SMS?
He can do it via the phone. And like I said, if he needs to text, he just sends Steam through Discord.
All right, so not through. So he can't send an SMS.
Yeah, no. He doesn't SMS. No.
So Steam or Discord is there you go, right?
Bam. That's the modern way of communicating.
When he starts leaving the house, he's going to figure out that he needs a different method. That's the thing. If he left the house, he would discover that Steam and Discord are no longer available.
Other things,
he would need a portable computer.
Would have to have the
with cellular access.
Computer, aka mobile cellular access. Correct.
And he would be demanding
that thing within 5 seconds. He hasn't left my Wi-Fi zone, so he has no need.
No, he has no need.
Yeah, he's localized. He's not roaming mobile.
No.
He's
so
localized. Yeah.
The youngling
has his internet status.
Yeah, my youngling, his cousins, who are like 10 and shit, they got phones.
Fully mobile. Mobile. They are walking mobile offices.
Oh, totally.
And good.
All of them. Yeah. So anyway, he's decided on an iPhone 13.
Fucking super connected site.
And iPhone 13 Midnight Black, 128 gig. Realized he didn't need
good
more.
Model.
And then Rachel, so we were talking about a whole bunch of
Future
stuff.
Potential movie maker.
And Rachel's like, why wouldn't you get a Samsung?
There's 2 ways you can go with that site. No, fuck Samsung.
And then Phoenix is like having a go, fuck no. And Rachel's goes, like, my Samsung's good. And we all just go, like, your Samsung can't even run a QR code reader.
Laughed at you.
Just laughed like, are you serious? Yeah. You deleted your QR code reader and now you can't install another one because it's too much space required. And she's like, but they're so much cheaper. And I said, what
Delete
model
some
have you
games
got?
for
She's got an
fuck's
A20.
Yeah.
I said, I said to her, have you got an
Delete
A
some
series?
games, for
And then the
fuck's
youngling goes, she's got an A20. And I'm just like,
Which are probably just flooded with updates. She needs to clean it. Update fucking cache. She probably gained fucking 10,000 fucking gigabytes.
Yeah. So we looked on. So he found this really cool. I should actually, let me just bring up this website. I'll send it to you. It's very handy, and I'll say it on stream as well. So it was called
Give me the 411.
Not recode, not recycle,
RECUT.
not Theodore, fucking stupid thing.
This model Silence was brought to you by Silence Brother.
RECUT, hang on, where's my?
Oh, you just go back.
Earlier today.
That's the reason why we're augmented intelligence because we can't remember phone numbers anymore. So.
Rebooto.
Those days when you remember phone numbers.
Rebello. R-E-E.
Rebella.
R-E-E-B-E-L-O.
Have you had your Rebella injections yet?
Yeah, this is exactly. I'll send you this. So 12-month warranty. So REEBELO. So
Premium certified refurbished iPhones.
Well, that's the page I sent to you.
Rebello.
There's Samsungs, whatever. There's all sorts of shit.
Sounds like my friends at what was it? I had a mobile place where I could just buy phones super cheap.
Yeah, I got one down the road called Hoko Tech. But these guys are 12-month warranty, and they'll do things like it's really good. Like
they'll service you.
They'll service you for a year.
Make sure it's taken care of. Making sure.
Baby.
I like getting taken care of, but it's so much better when someone else does it. Mr. Money Pony.
So I said to the youngling, I was like, you realise that now's the worst time to buy an iPhone, even reconditioned.
That's it.
He's like, yeah, I do. I just want the 13. I want the 13. He's getting the 13. We were looking at the Samsungs.
He's getting it.
And it was funny because like the mother unit was like, I've got a Samsung, it's okay.
Yeah.
But she's got an A series. If we look at the actual S series, the price is starting.
Which isn't too bad.
An A series.
A little steeper.
The S series is fine.
But most of the new models have got AI. The AIs are.
That's the latest one, isn't it? I mean, the same with iPhones. This is the 15 Pro, and it'll be all of this year's. The Flip 4, though. Here's what I thought was a good price.
Stonking and fully waterproof.
Which one?
Come up with the Edge. The Edge technology is just it's punching it out. Whatever they're using in the rubber baffling to the latest one, the latest Flips.
Oh yeah.
Apparently they're fully waterproof now. So.
Yeah, I went and saw the 6 today. I saw the 6 out this week.
Compatible.
Out in the street.
Got that IP56 fucking get out in the rain and do your movie.
I saw the Flip 6 and Fold 6 at a thing at Westfield this week. Still too thick. I don't want a phone that's 2 phones thick. I want a flip phone that's 1 phone thick.
You want it wrapping around your arm. That's what you want. You want it fully waterproof and just the tablet just conforms to your arm and just clips on. It becomes a bracelet, info bracelet.
Yeah, I mean, I want
monitors your functionality and does the full Internet of Bodies thing, making sure its user is well looked after and occasionally getting a little stim hit every now and again.
Yes.
Coffee level, your nicotine level. Your,
I want the armband.
Caffeine level has fallen to a significant underachievement. So we will be providing extras for you. Bam bam.
I want the armband. It doesn't have to have a care.
Give me happiness. I want to be able to dial up happiness on it and just go.
Yeah, you should read that culture series.
Bang,
the culture
just
series
delivers happiness.
But yeah, I'd like a wristband.
I'm living it already. I can see it.
With in-ears and a heads up, like if it's monocular or binocular, so that then I look down at my wrist and it projects a 3D display.
Bring back the monocle.
I don't really want a screen. I prefer to have.
Who needs a screen when you can have an overlay? Get those lasers directly just
straight in my retina.
Scribing onto the back of my retina. That's it. Give it to me.
But the Flip 4
lens me up
for $498. I thought that's pretty good on the second-hand side.
That's extremely reasonable for a person collecting cans to make their pocket money.
Oh, what was it? Oh yeah, and they've got. It's cool on this website. They've actually got like condition acceptable, good, excellent, and premium. Like you can.
I don't mind scratches.
Yeah.
Like if it's the body and not the screen, I'm quite happy to accept that. That's just wear and tear.
Yeah, I agree.
As long as wear and tear doesn't impede function, don't give a fuck. It's like having an old car with a decent VA in it. You know what I mean? Like, don't give a fuck. As well gets me from A to B and does what it needs to do. I don't care what it looks like. Another good Cheep, I think.
Yeah, I think that was
Season 5, Episode 7. How many do you reckon we're going to do? Like, you still got a lot more Cheep in your side? Like, you haven't gotten bored of me, have you?
No.
I do get a little cyclic, but it's for a reason, and the reason is the season.
The reason is the season. Well,
when it's hot, I get a little bit cold. When it's cold, I get a little bit hot. I don't
know. Let me put it this way.
Try to keep stimulated.
35 years onwards, I haven't got bored of you, so you're doing all right.
Oh, good. At least I'm not one of those friends you'll discard toilet paper and put some numbers on some dead cunt's face.
Well, you'd have to be a using cunt or some fucking total.
Yeah, well, I'm not.
I know you're not.
I'm always a giver, and I'm an equivalent.
Oh,
exchanger.
baby, you give it. Like legs up. I am.
Give it. That's it.
And,
hey, look,
and
the
other thing, And the other thing is, is that you're also. I don't know. Like you do go in your crazy cycles, but they do have an end and they do have a reason. It's not just like I literally, like I was telling you the other day, like I've had a few people, and I've literally, one of them in particular I work with on a weekly basis. And
I get over it.
I was just like telling this person, can you stop sending me this stupid crap every day? This guy would send me the most crazy ass conspiratorial crap. Yeah, I don't
get the message.
I'm literally yelling at him.
As soon as someone says that, then that's switch off. Switches off.
But you don't do that.
Shit no more.
Like that was weird, that freaking heifer thing you sent me the other day. But I thought at first I'm like,
I send a lot of weird shit, bud.
I'm like, is Em serious?
Sorts of crap.
Is he like sending this because he's like?
No, I'm never serious. Fuck no.
I'm like, really?
Fuck no.
Is he really?
I couldn't care. Well, give me my red heifer burgers, side. I don't give a fuck. You know, I didn't join your fucking club.
Like, what about the thing? What about the thing? Like you've got to have these people who have their feet have never touched, their feet have never stood.
Live my life. I'm still going to be me.
These feet that have never stood. You have to have these priests who's. I couldn't understand he was saying priests who've never touched their feet, never touched a grave. Because everywhere's a grave.
Over someone buried under the ground. I mean, how deep do they have to be? Like, is it 9,000 feet the limit? You know? I mean, there's dead people all over this fucking place.
Well, that's why he was saying that the traditional way was 2 donkeys on a plank, and they had to be carted around on a plank between 2 donkeys.
What the fuck? What? How's 2 donkeys walking on the ground with a plank fucking, moving across the top of it going to stop you from touching the ground side? Like
you are the ground. You're made of the ground.
Wood, and
you're eating dead bodies.
It's just ridiculous.
So
Come on,
ridiculous.
Si. I mean, you make the more ridiculous to make it, the more fanatical the fucking idiots that will follow it, right? That's the reason behind my whole tradie fucking religion and creating churches where, my bikini-clad priestesses come out and teach Bible sermons and, whip the naughty cunts and, send them off and, weapons at the door, leave your boots at the door.
I think the tradie religion makes sense.
4,000 space virgins, your own spaceship, and fucking 10 planets to fucking populate. How much more could you give someone in outer space?
You'd have like weekly sponsors
in the afterlife.
You'd have like your sponsors, and so you'd get your you'd get your friggin' your DeWalt. DeWalt would come in.
Yeah.
This week's like ministration brought to you by DeWalt. Of course.
Yeah. Priestesses just lovingly rubbing their hands over it, and all the other bits that are attached. Perfect fucking placement, promo placement.
Can you
put
imagine?
It up at the fucking Super Bowl?
How many people would sign up for that?
Sell 1 million units in one day. We, the workers,
the tradie religion,
demand our titty girls to preach to us. We don't want to see no old fucking decrepit old, child fucking cunt up there teaching us how the fire and brimstones. We want to see priestesses up there shaking their boobies.
Yes.
And hell yeah, where's the free beers and the fucking sausages side? The most fucking honest trade union ever created.
The religion of that.
We don't spend money on ourselves. We buy booze. We buy them big titty girls to teach us the sermons. And the sausage sizzles on us, motherfuckers.
You would have. They would be laying the coin in the plate. You know what I mean? The plate would be loaded.
And it would just come back. I don't care.
No.
I don't do it for the money. I do it for the fucking titties.
The titties.
I do it for what you do. I do the titties, the fucking, the free beers and the fucking sausage and a fucking piece of bread, cunt.
Oh.
Teach the righteous message side.
And that's why you can't work on
World tradie religion. No.
Sorry.
That's why there's Friday fucking part 1 and part 2. Sacred, motherfucker. Mm. And if necessary, Friday part fucking 3. If you have to work the whole fucking weekend, because you can't just have the Sabbath off and then omit the Sunday. If you're working on the Sunday, that's Friday part 1, part 2, and part fucking 3.
It'd be interesting to see.
Because we don't work on weekends.
It'd be interesting to see the tradie religion take off and usurp unions. And you're like,
become bigger than the Catholic Church.
It's like this is actually a religious site. Sorry.
Gold-plated fucking, every month or the end of the month or Christmas, right? Santa comes down and tools. You get the gold-plated tools. Like if you're the random winner of the tradie religion, you get the gold fucking plated set. There's a silver plated set and a bronze plated set because there's 3 fucking modes in this place. There's no special participation trophy. There is gold, silver, and fucking bronze, cunt.
No participation award.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
No participation award. There's just first, second, or third. Otherwise, suck it up, buttercup. That's how hard the tradie religion is.
Yeah. And then you could have if required, if you had to work on.
And you have the trade off. You know what I mean?
Well, if you had to work, if a work site wanted
show their
members
skills
of
as a
the
tradie
tradie religion to work on the sacred day, wouldn't they have to pay the church so that there would be titties and fucking?
There'd be tithing.
There'd be titties at the work site.
We do not ask it from our members. We approach the people that would prevent our members from working.
Yeah, and they would have to pay the tithe.
Religious. They would have
so we'd have to have a ceremony on site. Special. You have to have the morning ceremony.
Absolutely.
The smoko.
Lunchtime ceremony. Yeah. Or even if we do the whole, 6 ceremonies. Morning, smoko, lunchtime, afternoon, smoko, knock off ceremony. Knock off.
Knock off.
Knock off is where you get the biggest payment because, you made us work all day because you didn't give us early knock off. at the afternoon ceremony. If you'd given us early knockoff at the afternoon ceremony, the tithing at the actual knockoff ceremony would be reduced.
I reckon trading numbers would go through the roof. Those doctors, they'd be just hitting in droves, man. They'd be joining up. Give me a fucking tool belt.
Absolutely.
I'm coming, so I get knockoff drinks and bonus titties. Bonus titties.
Yeah, bonus titties.
Yeah, paid for.
Those with the longest beards. As a tradie, if you've got the longest beard and the best mullet, then that actually rises you up within the actual organisation.
You get front row for the titties?
Like if you've got a long beard.
Longest beards at the front?
You'd be the one that gets the first motorboat. Like when they come down and they motorboat you. Yeah. The longest beard would always get the first motorboat.
Yeah.
So that would be the objective of having the longest beard. So prime optimal motorboating.
And that's just...
I've thought about this long and hard. Like,
you have.
There's not much I do for my, my tradie brothers. Like, we've got a common interest. We work hard. We bust our fucking ass. We do our best to fucking shirk off when we can. Be highly religious. Try to hide it. Don't make it obvious. That's the way we like to talk about it.
Yep.
It's like Fight Club or Light Club. You talk about Light Club. You got Fight Club where you're biffing on. Light Club is, shine bitch shine. There is no rule to it. Just keep shining.
Just keep shining.
Make sure you got no shadow. That's it.
Ah.
The best shiner has no shadow, eh? The true meaning of Light Club. Yeah.
The glow of the Donald Duck lights.
And I saw the whole preference of the no shadow in the Pharmacy in Another World.
Ah. Oh, I thought about
which I've been watching the whole.
Pharmacy in Another World.
Brilliant.
That's
absolutely brilliant. Yeah. Definitely worthy. 3 hours 28. So.
I know. Well, I mean, the tradie religion just.
We've done well.
The tradie religion was just too good.
It deserves more. It deserves a little bit more.
It did deserve it.
And there is more
space.
to it.
Yeah.
Like the whole, the true preservation of the sanctity of the family. Like that would be the core influence of the tradie, right? If you can't look after your family, then who can you look after?
Yeah. And that's why the titties are presented. So you don't go looking elsewhere because the church provides.
You don't have to. It's all there.
Yeah.
Right there in front of you.
Yeah.
And those priestesses are absolutely open for, any because it's extra money for them. They bring in the extra coffers, right? Seriously, and that's why there's a rotation. You never have the same pair of biddies given you. They never ever have the same pair of biddies in the same church. They do a rotation.
Oh, so they traveling biddy.
Traveling biddies, exactly. You don't keep them having the same thing over and over again. So it's like the news feed, modern news feed, right?
Now,
I both see repetitious crap that they do every fucking 5 to 7 years cycles.
Look, I have gone.
It's crap. It is total crap. Not telling you nothing. You know what I mean?
On the porn story, I think that the continuous feed of new porn is not the way forward. I think the olden days of porn where you had to watch this, you had to look at the same photograph like for a month before the next issue of Penthouse came out. That
get a real
that builds like
rather than that 5 second.
Yeah, you want to you've got to be turned on by the thing.
Which they send.
That's it.
We want to get it edgy, push it out, push it back out again. So
rather than having a new person look
you're
at
a 10-minute noodle, or you're a 30-minute noodle, or you're an hour noodle. Noodle.
There's a few there's a few. I think that trying to get back to here would be a challenge. Watch the same porn video for a month, not every day, not every minute, but whenever you're watching it.
Yeah.
Whenever you say, I want some porn.
Just focus on that.
Just
the first one that you ever watched. The original one that you watched, that first one that you got the full stroke going on, right? Whether it be whatever video it is, go back, reflect on history, your first stroke, be a virgin again.
Because the first one
first time you ever watched a video,
I was just
and you just went bang, 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 and it was like,
no,
3 strokes, you're out.
No one stroke.
There was more horror and is that what it's all about?
No, we were just in someone's lounge room, and bar covers were handed around.
They put the mum and dad's wedding video in, and it ended up being dad taped over.
Well, actually, no, it was quite a very interesting one. I've never seen something quite like it since. This guy comes into the lounge room. There's a girl there.
It wasn't quite Schnitterfagen.
It wasn't Schnitterfagen.
German farming.
No, that wasn't the German
farming instructional video.
Farming instructions.
Farming video.
Frying up those eels.
How to get them sin chickens going,
Sin chicken, no, the fucking eels,
true
man.
German sin chicken.
Chickens.
Yeah, and the eels, man. Sin eels.
The cooking.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
And the cooking up and then the feeding to the old man. Very yeasty. That's all I got to say. It was very yeasty.
Baked. Rose in the oven. No, so the first one... the first one. Actually, the first one I really watched was
I had
the story
a good collection at one stage, didn't I? Like it was like, and it was purely shock value. That's the reason why I collected
that's shock. It was good.
Total value.
I mean, Schnitterfagen has stuck with me.
Goes, oh man, I want nasty. Where did nasty go?
So the first actual porn I watched was
angry porn.
was Story of Vogue, and then And I mean, that has got, I still got the memory. One of the lessons from Story of O is to ease the path of anal sex is you peel an apple, use apple skin, and you put the apple skin over the head of your dick, right? And so then the liquid of the apple skin, that's the
straight away.
Well, they showed that in the Story of O, man. That was like a soft porn like reality, but the actual first porn.
Incredible, man. Like that's our first exposure. Like for me, it was like my old man had like magazines. Like I started.
Oh no, but video porn, like besides
the hustle. Yeah, but the video porn was sort of late. That was when I don't know how my dad got it. But I tell you, when I used to live over in China, local convenience store had under the counter stuff. Like I had to sort of. He said, "Oh, do you like the adult videos? Who doesn't?" He's like, "Oh, I got collection." I'm like, "Bring it." He went, "No, you come back in here." And I had to go in the back there, and I was like, "Oh shit, this guy's got fucking you name it."
He had the nameables.
But yeah, exactly. And even a lot of angry. He's like, "Oh, I like angry." I went, "I like angry too, brother."
Did he like angry? Did he?
He liked angry. He was particularly fond of the I don't know how they call it in Japanese. The rope work.
Oh, okay.
The ropes involved.
Shibui.
Shibui.
Something like that.
Yeah.
No, so
it is an art.
The first porn
doing good
proper porn video. Some friend of mine I was probably still 14. They were like 17, I think, 16, 17.
Oh, yeah, early exposure.
Yeah, and but the video was interesting. So this guy and the girl, and then she makes him sit on the opposing couch, and then she like takes off some clothes and shit, and then she's actually masturbating herself.
Special.
And she instructs him. It's just like you got to masturbate. And so the first video I watched was like actually a guy and a girl sitting opposite each other.
A bit domo. It's a bit domo. He's trying to be domo.
Only a bit. So he had to masturbate like across the other side of the room, sitting on a couch while watching her masturbate.
Oh, nice.
So no one touched each other.
Like exchange.
Yeah, just watching. Shared watchings. And it's interesting because, like, actually, I have never done that.
It was better than the Demolition Man, the special head helm. You know what I mean? Where they're sharing intimacy across the electronic device.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like, I've actually, it's funnily enough, that's the one thing that I think I'd like if I actually was to have another partner, if that ever happens, I would probably actually request that as the starting place. I think that if you like, honestly, I reckon if you
create the intimacy through VR.
No. That if you
I'm pushing the boundaries. But
no, well,
we're in the Cheep.
No, I prefer like if you're actually sitting across from each other, like whatever, on a couch or whatever. So you can't kiss each other, you can't touch each other, and you have to actually be able to show the other person.
Show each other how much you love yourself before getting engaged.
Yeah,
loving each other.
Yeah,
is that what you're trying to say?
That's what I'm trying to say.
I hear you.
I've never done that in a.
I have. I think that's part of the in the original format. Like understanding the arousal separate, being together,
and being able to show that to the other person,
knowing that you know your own body as well as you do. Play your own instrument first.
Yes,
and create that concert prior to the symphony that'll be built together.
Yeah, and to leave that, to have like enough dropping in shame that you can show that to the other person. Not like do it quietly.
Happily acknowledge your prowess.
Yeah, I think that's a
big step.
That'd be a big steps.
Come a long way.
Come across the room onto them. I'm sorry.
That's it. At distance. At distance. Like throwing it. Spiderwebbing. Yeah. Spiderwebbing it out.
You can't have me until you can squirt across the room. That's it. To get me.
Yeah.
You got to reach across the room.
It's got to land on my foot or whatever. But I need to be able to reach out. Across the distance.
And touch somebody.
Lay the mark down.
Yeah.
If gutter is what you